Welcome, welcome, welcome. And yes, we are here late tonight. We are here. Happy Thursday, everybody. Tomorrow will be Friday. Isn't that awesome? I honestly can't wait. It's been a long week. Okay, so here's the deal. This morning and last night, I got quite a few messages from people who have been victims of the sewer turtle. And I was just going to listen in on Koala Chris's spaces, right? On Twitter. Some of you guys don't have Twitter, so you guys don't know, what a space is. It's essentially like an audio chat, right? Instead of video like we do here. I was going to just listen in, maybe say a few words, whatever. But then I got some messages that would really make anyone cry at that point. And it was from 3 of Aiden's victims who don't speak publicly. And they all, each in their own separate way, asked me if I was going to do the spaces. And I was like, well, I was probably going to do it anyway, just to say a few words or whatever. But I wasn't going to do like a whole big thing out of it, right? And then I get these messages, and essentially they basically say, like, listen, our voices have been silenced, right? If we speak, we sort of get attacked. And the last time I spoke, I'm not going to delve into what each person said, but it was essentially more about, hey, we need you as a voice because we don't have our own. And at that point, I was like, oh, shit. Like, how do you not be that voice for these people? I've been that voice for these people for a long while now. And I'm not going to stop being that voice, of course, for the people who have been victims of all of this. And I'll say, recently I saw that lawyer lady, what the hell is her name? Nan, right? She had been harassed from a couple of the sock accounts from the Free Care and Read side. This is the same people sort of over and over again in this very tight-knit circle of, bashing one another and, hey, Carol, sort of using these alt accounts to just completely obliterate people with lies, smears, whatever they can do, right? The stuff they did to Esty, the stuff they did to Nan, like all of it is just so not only sneaky, but mean, right? It's inhumane. It's mean. Nobody should have to, live like that. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like this is the way he does it, right? False charges, threatening your family, threatening the people closest to you. And it's not acceptable. Bottom line, it's not acceptable. And of course, I will speak for the people who don't feel like they can speak. Of course, I will be that voice because they deserve a voice. That's not fair, right? That's not right that they feel like their voices have been taken because they've been threatened into silence or, told basically that if they speak, X, Y, and Z is going to happen to them. Like, that's not normal. That's blackmail. That's a crime, right? But we've seen this over and over and over with him. Oh, my kid definitely moved my chair. I'm like, why am I so low to the ground right now? Why do I feel like I'm so low? Probably because my child moved my chair. Oh, for the love of Jesus. Hold on, guys. I want to move it up because I feel way too low. If I can find the thing. I never move it, so now I don't even know where the stupid thing is to move it up. I'm gonna kick her behind. Oh, here it is. Aha! I see the blind man. So I am going to join Chris's spaces tonight on X, and you all are going to be here with me. We're going to be live here. Spaces is going to be live on X. We will just use my phone to join Spaces because Spaces is just an audio version, right? There's no video version. I know you do. And there are various reasons why I need to do this, right? there are so many people, and I don't think people even understand how many people have been victims of this exact same sort of smear campaign, right? Some of you, right? But it's the same thing over and over and over. Lie, smear, make up a story about why someone is bad, why you need to hate them. And um, I have never been someone to shy away from being that voice for anyone. I've been a volunteer advocate unpaid for 18 years, and I've always been that voice for everybody else. This doesn't this is no different for me, right? I get attacked every day by these people. I get smeared, attacked, rumors, lies. Happens every day because they think it will silence me. They think it'll make me go away. They think it will shut me up, and it will do none of those things. It will absolutely do zero of those things. So, here I am to be that voice for those people that between last night and this morning said, "Hey, our voices are silenced. Can you please join the spaces and please speak for us? You have a great speaking voice, you have a strong voice, and we can't speak. We have no voice. You're it, right?" And it's unfortunate because each one of these people are such good people in their own ways, and it really bothers me that this shit keeps happening over and over and over. I mean, it rose to the level with Ashley where she was falsely arrested. I mean, that same thing happened when he tried to have Lindsay charged for fake charges. And she wasn't the only one. He's done this to numerous. Kate's had fake charges. He's used that same tactic on a multitude of people. So basically, what he does is go, "I will do to you, what I did to them." Right? Smear you. I will spread lies and rumors about you. I will send my mob after you. And just to put the cherry on the top of all of that, I will make sure that I will try to file false charges if I get that sort of petty jealousy that I'm always feeling. I haven't looked at YouTube today myself. You know, he is his own worst enemy. It's unfortunate. You know, that's another thing. Children, like there's no limit, right? There's no limit to what he won't do. And so when you threaten other people and say, "If you don't shut up, if you don't go away, if you don't blah, 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 I'm going to do X, Y, and Z." Well, of course, those people feel like their voices are silenced. You know, he has a hearing tomorrow in New Jersey via Zoom for Donna's her whatchamacallit to be extended. Her HBO, basically, it's essentially like an HBO here. But it's from New Jersey, for that to be extended. And yet he still consistently calls her a scammer, which is a lie, right? Defames her, spreads rumors. And for the past couple days, he's mad. He's got to go right to this court date, even if it's via Zoom. So he just keeps saying shit. He can't help himself. He cannot help himself. Let me just open up my phone here to make sure that I don't miss this spaces here and make sure I'm ready for it when it comes. I'll say this. I'll say, without you guys, I don't know how I would continue this. My work in working with victims and helping people the way I do, it's only because of you, right? If nobody donates to the channel, that doesn't happen. If nobody hits the like button, that doesn't happen. If nobody buys memberships, that doesn't happen, right? So without you guys, I can't do the work that I do. And I just want to say I appreciate you guys more than you probably realize, to be honest. Girl, don't worry. Ashley's here. I'm quick on my trigger finger, so don't feel like you have to stay awake if you're falling asleep. Of course, you know I don't normally do nighttime streams, so don't feel like you have to be here if you don't, if you're tired or even if you don't want to be. I know you're always up for the task because you're a great mod, but girl, I know you do. That bra strap's tight. All right, that's a tight bra strap. All right, hold on. Let me get on here just so I can keep an eye on it when it starts. It'll be a couple minutes, but still. I'm just saying. Oh, he said it's gonna start early, 10 minutes early. Okie dokie. So that's about soon? Soon, I guess. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. I want it to be on time. You know, we want to join the spaces on time. Oh, girl, I want some onesie jammers. I like the ones without the feeties on them, but still the whole onesie get up. I saw a couple at Walmart, and I was like, oh, I want one of those so bad. They're so comfy and warm, and they have like the hoods that have characters on them. Like, I want one so bad. All right. Before we jump into the spaces, know that because we're streaming here, and spaces, it's going to be sort of like a one. You can see me. You're not going to be able to see anybody else. You'll be able to hear voices from my phone, right? I know my phone case is old and it's raggedy. You don't got to tell me. I've dropped this thing a billion times, but it's also saved my phone. So just know you're not going to be able to see anybody else. You'll only be able to hear them. If I can see who's speaking, I'll tell you. But sometimes it's like behind, like it's behind on who it says who's talking. So I'm gonna try the best I can, Oh, I know, Casey. My bad, girl. My bad. I want the ones without the feet, but they're still onesies. Like, I want it. All right. So before we do the spaces, just know that the way you can support the channel and donate to the channel are these ways. I didn't do this in the beginning because I was already like, in my flow of talking. So I'll do it now. There's a sorry, my phone's going wild right now. It has been for days. There's a link at the top of the chat. It's also in the description of the video. So if you're watching this on a restream or after we're not live anymore and you're still watching and you want to contribute at the end or when we're not live anymore, I still get it. I still thank you on the next stream, which would be tomorrow morning. I'd say early afternoon. It's still going to be like 11:30 before I get on tomorrow a.m. But there's a link that you can use, just credit or debit. It works for a multitude of countries. We also have the basic options like Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Revolut, Chime. We have Wishlist. Those are in the description of the video. So just know those are the options. You also have Super Chat, Super Sticker, memberships, gifting memberships. Oh, guess what? Today's past the first. We can give some memberships. Whoop, whoop. I forgot it's past the first of the month. Hold up. We can do that. Let's see. I have no control over who these go to. They just go randomly. So let's see. Yeah, Carol, look at you. Get one right off the rip. Elaine Gibson, I love it for you. Christina G, Phoenix Moon, Jackie Young. Congratulations, you 5. Congratulations, darlings. Yeah, it's only 9:15 here. Congratulations, dears. Ooh. Right? I totally would love one of those. I should have asked Rhonda to bring me up one when she came. But to be fair, she got me this beautiful little makeup bag with koala on it. And so I like koalas, okay? Just throwing it out there. And a kangaroo keychain that says Australia, and I freaking love it so much. And it was really, really nice that she thought of me and that she sent those things to me. Those things like mean the world to me. Like little things like that. Like somebody taking the time out of their day to think of you and saying like, hey, I'm going to send this to Elise, or even something off my wish list for my kid. That, that happens rarely, but it happens. And when it does, it's like a nice little thing, like it's a nice little gift. And you're like, oh, somebody was thinking of me. That's really nice. It means a lot. All right. Girl, listen, I can't believe I'm up. All right. I used to do my live streams only at night, only at night. I used to do them from like 10 or 9 on until like 1 a.m. Sometimes 2. All right, let's jump on this. Wow, there's already 298 of you on X. I don't know why always so many on X. Girl, listen, you tell me how much it is and I will send you the dollars because I would love one of those. You're so welcome. I have no control over who they go to. They're random, but YouTube gives me 10 after the first of the month. One time a month, I can send 10 free memberships to people on the channel, and it goes randomly just based on who's subscribed. So you're welcome. You're welcome. I appreciate you guys for supporting me and the channel. So he said he's having a small tech error and he's just working on getting it sorted out. So until then, we will be here. But I do appreciate it. That's for sure. There was some things that came last week, at the end of last week, for my daughter, and it was clothes, and she needed them badly from my wish list. And the anonymous person that sent it, I really appreciate that, because aww, so cute, Ash. Yeah, I mean, I do. See, that's the thing. You have to remember, right? I am a survivor of, and if you don't know me, some people might not know this, but I'm a survivor of domestic violence. I am a survivor of sexual assault as a child for multiple years. I am a survivor of living in foster care. I am a survivor of somebody who had an active addiction. I've been sober 18 years from opiates. Like, I have lived in homelessness. I have struggled. I have had everything. I have brought my life from being in the depths of despair to working in a prison for the criminally insane. So I have come full circle. And so for me, they're not just stories, they're people, right? And they're not just people, they're victims or witnesses, and they have real lives. This affects real people's lives. And there are a lot of people, and I mean a lot of victims, that come to me and they trust me with, the information that they give me, and they trust me with the things that have been done to them, and to be that voice that's going to stand up for them when they can't stand up for themselves, either because they're just feeling too weak to do so, they just don't have the energy, or simply because they've been harassed or threatened into oblivion. And so I would never not be that voice, especially when asked. I have been a volunteer advocate for 18 years. I don't get paid for the things that I do to help other people, but it makes my heart happy to help other people. So I do it, and I do it happily. And I honestly couldn't ask for better relationships that I have made, even doing this for as long as I've been doing it. I was an at-risk child. Yep. So for me, I was technically in what they call specialized foster care, because I wasn't like a bad kid. I just needed a family, essentially. So, my grandparents raised me up until that point. And I think, my grandparents really instilled in me as a human being, like, how to be kind to other people, how to want to help other people, how to reach your hand out. And most people know I can't monetarily really help anyone, right? We live paycheck to paycheck. I have a terminally ill kid. I have other children. My biological dad is very sick. I got a lot going on in my own life, right? And I don't even have a car. It makes it even 10 times worse. But what I can do is, I have worked for years as an advocate. I've worked with the Mass Coalition for the Homeless, Voters for a Cure. I've talked to Congress a billion times, especially during COVID. We had to do everything on Zoom, but we had so many conversations with our lawmakers, and it was kind of shocking how many basic things they didn't know. The questions they would ask, you'd be like, is that a real, and you're supposed to be running our state? Like, what the fuck's going on here? Nonetheless, if we don't do it and we don't tell them, they don't fucking know, right? So my work obviously extended far beyond that, far beyond that. Is it already up? It's happening, Chris. God damn it. Oh, Lily's hosting now. All right, hold on. We're going in.
He said he gets the invite, to speak or to co-host, but then as soon as he accepts it mutes him and mutes everyone else. So he's gonna, I don't know, he's gonna shut down X and go all the way out and come all the way back.
I am from Massachusetts.
But yeah, what I was saying, what was saying,
oh, that would be so great, Linda.
That have looked at it objectively.
Hello, can anyone hear
I have an, there's Chris. I have an email, or you can get in touch with me on X or Facebook.
Sean, can you hear Chris?
I can. very, very loud and clear.
Yeah, you are loud. Yeah, it's like you're in like some kind of fucking chamber. All right, cool. I'm gonna go for a sec. I'm literally gonna.
Well, wait a minute, Lily, hold on for a second.
I would have to know how to reach out to you. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't allow us to like get email addresses here, so I'll have to give you mine.
Last night called Slim Shady. He said he put Flipper, a kangaroo, and a koala there in the zoo.
Really?
I thought you guys were in the zoo, so yeah. No, I'm just joking.
My email is also in the description of the video too, but this is it.
I thought, like, me and JFK had a really like respectful, open dialogue about the whole thing, and I don't know.
No, you know,
it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
No, listen. Here's the thing. I mean, JFK is a showman. Let's face it, right?
Yes.
And he, like he steers it up. Which, hey, listen, I think it's great. He takes shots at me. But I think in the overall scheme of
Love
things,
that.
you know, he knows what's up. There's no doubt about it. So, no, those guys are great. They really are.
All right, now I've got all this sorted. What a hectic 6 days it's been.
Tell me.
So yeah, I think we go. So
This I did.
We're just going to sort of unpack the last 6 days and
It's a spaces about this
try and get to the bottom of what's a receipt and what isn't a receipt.
this
So,
audio gate, right? This wiretap gate that we have
obviously,
going on.
Sean, you've had your strong opinions on it. I've seen your tweets about it. I think given so I want to sort of wind it back to the spaces we did on I think it was last Friday night American time, or Saturday morning my time.
Yes.
I cannot put them on the screen. No, it's
the whole thing off.
Twitter.
So did you catch a bunch of that? Have you gone
They
back
wouldn't be able to hear
Well, no,
me.
I was alerted. It was kind of late, right? I was alerted.
Yeah,
but
and
I decided
me and
to watch
Sean are
these
friends.
lives first.
Aw, I love
And
that, Donna.
so-
Thank
which
you.
I'm glad I did. And then I went to your space after that, and I got the full rundown. And I said, okay, well, something's not right here. I mean, it was very obvious to unpack for me. Because I was just telling Kate there on her space, you guys clearly had the whole shebang, and you were baiting him. You just kept stringing him in, keep denying. I heard your tone, Chris. I heard your tone, because I use that tone many times in my career.
Yeah, it's the
Okay,
same.
wait,
Christina's
no
right.
problem. Keep denying.
Just
when you said
icons and voices.
that, I said, that's it. These guys are the real deal.
Yeah, and it's so like I went back and reviewed it and like the I think he said
I have to wait to
it was
speak.
about 19 times that there was no recording. I think
I did too, Casey.
There was provide the receipts over 20 times. It was like in where's the recording in the same so I guess that's in the same context as there is no recording, where's the recording, but it was just repeated over and over, and at that point no audio had actually been released. All we had was Karen saying that there was a recording, that her lawyers had it, and there was some other things in the background that hadn't been released yet, which is like sort of what you alluded to, where the certain things about the recording that only the people, if they had the recording, would know or had heard it.
Exactly.
And that so when
We know who
when
leaked
came
it.
in so hot and going off, I remember I said to Flip before it, I said, if he can't, I said he's going to come in so hot, you could just tell. And I feel like that is in itself a bit of consciousness of guilt. If there was nothing to that, like you wouldn't give me this person in Australia any airtime. Like look at his platform. Like why would you come and like give that any air? Really, who was listening to me? A couple hundred people.
Because
it was nothing. It was nothing. But the way he came in was
the
spoke a lot.
police won't press charges without a complaining witness.
It.
That's why. So it doesn't matter if you send it to the police. They're not going to press charges without her going in and saying she wants to.
What prompted him to get into this, because like I said,
This is live, yeah.
I never even heard of you before this, Chris, right?
Mm.
I obviously knew about Joe or Nick, right? But what was the thing that made him so irate so quickly?
Because he got called out.
That's
what makes him so irate.
I take that back. So clearly, Aiden and Flipperhead had already had a previous conversation. I guess that's what it is, right?
Well, I think what started to happen is like behind the scenes. You going back to just after
No,
that
Meredith
show,
didn't leak it. Aiden did. He sent it to
the
people
rhetoric of
like an idiot.
Flipperhead's a psycho started. And I like, yeah, that's where it all started. And there was like other people working in the background, I guess. I don't know whether independently or on the bidding of him to sort of start spreading that word that Joe's a psychopath. For whatever reason, I don't even know why that was spreading at the start, but it found its way to my inbox, and I sort of questioned that Purple Kool-Aid guy back about why he's saying that. Then Joe hit me up in the DMs and he said, like, if you want the full story, I'll give you the full story.
Yeah, but Chris, I want to get back to what I'm trying to figure out. On Spaces 1, you guys had no hints, right? You guys didn't give up anything in Spaces 1, right?
Not till the very end. And that's when, like, at first, like, and I said at the end of Spaces 1, because Spaces 1 was about something completely different. It was about people who have been
that's what I thought.
Victims of, all that other stuff that's been going on. Had absolutely zero to do with any of this.
Right.
And then it's like it dropped in my lap as we were ending the Spaces. And at the time I said, like, I've been talking for a little bit before that. Like,
it was buffering.
It
was buffering.
But I asked for like a bit more of proof and historical, like that he had been talking to Karen, like more than just this one random message, and he was able to provide that. And he actually wouldn't let me say anything about it until he said he got the confirmation, the go ahead, which is where you see those receipts he posted from Karen.
From Karen. I mean, listen.
Bullshit was electricity.
He clearly
yes, that he was looking for the remote.
Want me to get your story up. And the first thing she says, sure, Space.
I don't have the remote.
I've told many people, and I know she has, because many people have come to me to confirm that she has. So, in Joe's defense, she did greenlight this. Now, Nick Rocco's saying a different story. That's fine. Maybe he's giving her cover. I don't know. But the bottom line is, there's no doubt when Joe says, you want me to put this thing out? She goes, sure.
Well, the thing that Nick Rocco, I've only seen a little bit. I've seen his tweet about it, but that appears to be like also two different things, and that's where people are getting confused.
It is two different things.
The story Karen wanted out is why the falling out happened, and what led to it. The thing that Nick Rocco, I believe, was talking about was, it's wild to think that they're behind the release of the audios. So they're two completely different things. Like, I know for myself, I don't know who's releasing them. I don't think you do. But for whatever,
I absolutely do not know.
Yeah, but for some reason,
I kind of wish the hell they left me out of this.
For some reason,
poor Sean.
For some reason, like, they've picked, obviously, to send them to Joe.
They could have sent them to me too. I don't know.
And you've received them. And I don't know if anyone else has received them, because I know John Barron released a couple. So he got them from somewhere.
Right.
So
but this is my question, right? You guys clearly were in this before I ever came into it, right? I mean, that Sunday morning when I got this email,
we can surmise.
I said,
it's one of a few people.
I was practicing my guitar skills. I was practicing Mixolydian, all this other stuff.
Poor Sean.
I said, what the hell is this? I listened to it. Now, the thing is this. When I heard that portion.
You're totally right, Ash.
About the phones and telly. I thought it was a recording from way back in like January, February of 2024.
Maybe you don't care, but other people care.
That would
Java
made
time.
more sense to me, logically speaking.
I don't know who you are, but some people care.
Further, again.
You don't have
and
you don't have to
talked
watch it
about
if you
the
don't care.
1.1 million.
Imagine that.
And I said, well, wait a minute. That 1.1 million was not raised back in January of 2024.
No.
So I said, this is something recent. And I said, what would have got her so spun up the way she was? Again, what was what precipitated her to be so irate again? And that's what I'm saying. We don't have the beginning. We got little portions. We don't have a middle. We don't have an ending. And I could only assume that I call these guys the gatekeepers.
I know why.
Maybe a girl. Maybe
I'll explain it after.
That the full 30-minute will eventually surface.
I know why.
I think so as well. I think it will as well. So I want to sort of get a bit of a timeline here for how this sort of come about, because on the Spaces when he came on.
Oh my God. Lily needs to let me up to speak. I don't think Chris knows I'm waiting.
I don't ask a question I don't already know the answer to. So I asked him a very specific question in regards to a lunch he had. So he flat out denied the lunch. So I knew he was lying there because I had seen something from someone else confirming that they had a lunch. And then,
real quick, do you have a law enforcement background?
Yeah, it was
I
gross.
worked in the corrective services.
It was gross.
Services for 6 years, and probation and parole. Right. So I'm familiar with questioning techniques. If that's what you yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When you mentioned something out of left field about a lunch, that to me was very, very telling. I said, okay, I'm going to listen to this.
Yeah, and
that was pretty telling.
It was, yeah, and I think you can sort of hear him stumble.
You
a bit
are
too.
right, R.
Like, I think he's cognitive.
I have already pressed the request button right away.
Put it together because he said, "Oh, she's telling you stuff now to Joe."
It's already
like,
right away. I did that.
Like, I think he was sort of working out.
But Lily's running the Spaces, so she probably doesn't know that I had talked to Chris ahead of time. She probably just thinks I'm random.
That's my only. Like, I'm only imagining what he was, how his brain started ticking at that point. So I knew that, and then, so there was such a big denial of the audios and the receipts.
But JFK also gave in to him too after that. Like, come on.
The next day there was other Spaces.
Oh no,
on Erica's
there's
space
619, Donna.
Because I'm from
484 watching on X.
Or something like all that.
So there's
that was the narrative.
over 600 people watching right now. Funny enough.
Talking about, and I'm like, it doesn't matter where I'm from. What would it make a difference if I lived in California? Like, what difference does it make where I'm from? Like, do you have to be?
Doesn't matter where you're from.
Norfolk to actually be in receipt
of course not.
Information.
Of course not.
So I had like all that stuff sitting there, and I said to Joe at some point, I said, if this starts going sideways, I said, this, like, it's all going to come out. I said, because that message coupled with his denial, like, he denied there was a lunch at all. Like, there was no lunch.
Exactly.
There was no lunch at all.
Yeah, he lied about that.
But then he sent a message to the person he had lunch with, telling her to
say it's a lie.
Track that story, basically.
Yep, say it's a lie.
But in that own message, he admits to having lunch with that person. So that's how you know this is true. There was a lunch.
Fact.
And if you had it, yeah.
My memory is you mentioned that person. I think you were overridden by the voices, but did I not hear you say you mentioned that person?
I did. I did.
He said I didn't meet her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you said that, I said this ball game's over.
It's been over.
It's time to go home.
Yep.
And in his response to her, he like admits that they had lunch together.
Thank you, Reggie. I agree.
Everyone can read the messages. I put them up.
JFK could have been a little more honest instead of
tell me what you
pandering a little to Aiden.
So it's gone from no lunch.
In the beginning, he was firing back, and then he started pandering a little. Like, come on, dude.
It was a lunch that was completely innocent.
Don't be a giant vagina. Stick up for yourself.
Lunch, like, you didn't do something that would. Why would you lie about even having the lunch?
Correct.
Exactly.
He went to lunch with Meredith.
So
then he went and threatened Meredith afterwards and said, "Say that's a lie. You're trying to ruin my life. You need to say that's a lie."
Come from one person. doesn't make any other sense. Like I see all these different.
I've never heard her. I'd have to listen to her voice because I actually have talked to Jenna Rocco back in the day.
Excuses, like trying to
So
think
I'd have
any
to hear
other
it.
possible reason that it could be.
Never
like,
heard of. I've never heard Olivia's voice.
It's like they're framing him. Like I heard.
Yeah, giant vagina. Don't have fucking sand in your vagina, dude. Just
no frame job.
Be honest.
It just is what it is. The dude records some phone calls. Like,
I mean, if anyone,
oh, he did play it.
Half a brain.
He 100% did.
Put this together and call it what it is. But I feel sorry for them. I really.
Me too.
Do. I mean,
I do feel sorry for them.
I mean, the other side, I hate to say this, have called this a cult from day one. And guess what?
We have.
They are.
We're proving
absolutely fucking correct. And there's no doubt about it.
And I put a tweet up, like I seen it for myself. Like I remember put a tweet up. I said, like, for like 2 years, like, because this is my new account. I had a previous account. Like, that's another thing people go, like, where did you come from? I've been around since before Trial 1.
He's been here.
Like, I just had to do a new account because my other one got shut down. It says
I did call all this like, months ago, probably over a year ago, that this would happen. Just FYI.
Yeah, I was just like,
you haven't been with me long.
Where did you come from? Like, you know,
said this would happen.
I know the players. I know everyone. I'd seen it for myself, but like, I've never been. How do I put it? I've never been like part of the Free Karen Reid
movement.
People like I've just always been pro Karen Reid. Like I formed my own opinion.
Yeah.
Like and people can't
Mm.
seem to grasp that as well. Like if you are free Karen Reid, you have to be. Being that I've just always
Sorry,
been pro
we're buffering.
Karen Reid.
I don't know why.
I have a brain. I can work all that out myself. I'm not a stupid person.
We did, yeah.
So, yeah. So like, but like for me, like I never really got in the mix of the whole like the.
Come on, Lily, man.
Turtle Boys, like dedicated followers and how.
This is what happens when inadvertent things happen and Chris doesn't run his own spaces.
Some of the undefendable. And it was only when I put that tweet up, as like when I witnessed it myself, I was like, I fucking had no idea this was like wild. Like some of the stuff that was coming at me that made no sense. I was like, it was just it spun me out, to be honest.
Yeah. And you know, my inbox, my notifications on this, right? It's listen, X is a complete cesspool, but you know.
Yes, it is.
When you want to jump in, you're gonna get dirty, and so I'm dirty already, so it doesn't matter. But you can listen; they're all there to be read. The craziness, the actual
should be, but he won't be unless Karen makes the complaint.
I know they're not stupid,
unfortunately.
But for them to
and I don't think she's going to.
No, and say, oh, it's AI, and Sean, you snipped it. I snipped it like I have all the time in the world to do that, right?
Yeah.
I'm working on getting my calluses back on my fingers.
I feel like now is time for coffee.
You know?
Don't have any, but
anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry, Chris.
No, like, and that's it, and like it's just like the mental gymnastics people were doing.
They're still doing.
To
it's
like
AI.
Justify, and then it's like, and then it becomes now like there's what's it matter anyway? Like
what's it matter? Yeah, what's it matter? It's personal business.
They're softening their stance because they
got here
because he in his own way
admitted it.
His own way has basically admitted that yes, it's happening. Like he's done it. He did it yesterday on JFK show.
What link is frozen?
Not going to press
which one?
Anyway, because she won't work with the MSP. So it's like. What would you say?
I'm frozen.
What would you say that anyway? Like, what's even the point of that comment?
Wait, what's frozen?
Yeah.
You know, and I think you brought that up
so
in
confused.
one of your tweets as well.
Well, yeah. I mean,
oh yeah, definitely.
Listen. I've been on a roller coaster between your schedule and JFK's schedule, my own schedule.
The link pinned to the top of the chat.
I was waiting because I saw.
I can make a new one if it's having a problem. Hold on.
Poor Kimberly.
Because it works. I mean.
What she may be saying about him. He wasn't reading the room because Turtle Boy was in there for almost a half hour before he realized. Right?
Weird. Let me see.
I said, okay, if he takes the link.
Let me just try putting it in the chat this way.
I waited and I waited and I waited again, and all of a sudden,
try this one.
That golden gem just came
That's
right out.
the PayPal link.
Man, I know Mark Betterhall. He had to have had a sit down. Go. Listen, he's done it before. Tim Brado said,
shouldn't reject anything because it should take. It takes multiple countries. So if it's still doing it, let me know.
It's on the tape. I told you, do not go.
She actually said begged.
And you know,
she said begged him not to go.
Yeah, begged him not to go, and he did.
And listen, I mean, he cannot have
Son of a
any
bitch.
respect from this movement.
Buffering.
When they finally wake up, you know what I hold accountable? Is his inner circle.
Yep.
The ones that protected him, that knew this was out there.
Yeah.
Right? They knew it. And they stayed silent.
And you got to like if you take what's in that text for truth, that was given to 4 people and or shown to 4 people.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
So, but it had to be given to someone for it to be leaked, unless he's leaking it himself, which we all know that's not true. Like,
Ash said it's working. Other people say it's
me
working.
saying that is trying to give a reason for it not to be him, to have recorded it. But the fact that it exists, it exists, and I said this on JFK the other night, was
it should work.
I said, there's really only a couple of possibilities. Is one, for some unknown reason, Karen's recording it and she's releasing audio of herself tearing him to shreds. I don't think that's a possibility.
Thanks, Jesse.
The other one is that, like many have suggested, there's some person in this room for half an hour that he just doesn't realize is recording this
that's
phone
bullshit.
call.
Bullshit, yeah.
But that is the worst one.
Bullshit.
That's like the ultimate gaslighting comment.
Yeah.
And then, but the most plausible one is that he's sitting there calmly at a table, like he's done before.
I concur, Ash.
Speaker on, being calm. Asking the way he's asking questions. He's not elevated in the slightest. We've seen him when he came into MySpaces when he's pissed off or when he gets agitated or confronted.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen his demeanor.
Tried to call Sean a liar when he was telling the truth.
That is something that's within you. And
you can't know things.
There with a second phone recording.
You're a threat. If you don't lie for them and you know stuff, you're a threat.
It sounds like that. You can hear that Karen,
There's
Take it from a guy.
542 of you on X. Why on X? Why not move over to YouTube? I don't get it. Why wouldn't you want to be part of the live chat? It makes no sense to me why most of you are on X. 543 of you on X and only 144 on YouTube. Weird. The QR code only goes to memberships, though.
When you have the recorder, let me tell you something right now.
Right? Come join YouTube.
You're going to be very calculated on what you're going to say. You don't want to fuck up. And what you want to do is you want to get the other person you're talking to give you, to antagonize them or elicit whatever the hell you want. Like for me, I want to get 5 kilos from you. What can we? So I'm going to take it nice and easy because I want the other guy or the girl to at least give me incriminating evidence or conversation that puts him in the trick bag.
Yeah.
For him to do, now listen, you got to take Carrie at her word, right? She says an anonymous person sent a 30-minute
phone conversation
of Aiden Carney and her, taping her without her permission. You can't, that's real. That is a real document, real text, okay?
Yeah.
And, I mean, listen, he said last night with JFK, when JFK pressed him, he did. JFK pressed him. I got to give JFK credit, right? He pressed him. And he said, yeah, that was not my finest hour last Friday night when he was going crazy. It was not his finest hour. And I thought at that point, I said, okay, well, you know.
And there's 701 people watching.
He didn't, because he let Kevy Kev start, you know, Kevy Kev is real, man. Kevy Kev was the only guy originally. And I told this to JFK. I don't want to. JFK and I talked during the day.
He was pandering a little.
Don't let that little smoke screen about him. Hey, fucking Sean McDonough, you're a cop, motherfucker. Put that on me. Post that on me. You know, listen, it's all showmanship. I get it. All right. When Kevin,
and we knew for months.
I sent them 2 Frisbees.
We knew for months.
2 recordings. Okay.
We knew for months. Just wasn't public.
Give this to Kevin, because he's the only one that has any brains over there.
Then he was
he's
wrong
the one that called
and
it
bad.
But like I said, so you know,
no, they're not gonna apologize. They're not gonna retract. Same thing they did here with me. They're gonna say they were wrong. Why would they do that? That would be admitting they were scumbags, and they knew it. What is happening? Is it Sean or is it me? Fuck, might be me. Hold on. I'm gonna reopen that up.
And I don't forget.
Sorry, guys. I bounced out of it to go back in because it fuck. Come on.
Away from it.
Sorry, we were buffering. I know. I apologize.
Right. And the thing is,
but they're gonna because they're afraid of being attacked by him, losing money.
Right. Everything. What's the motive?
That's why.
Be the motive to do that.
It is.
He's got to answer. He's got to be accountable.
It is a question.
I've been trying to warn you guys forever. They don't care about anything but money. They have no integrity.
On the spaces too. I was like, why? Like,
he did punk out. I agree.
And I said
he punked out.
And I've said it a couple of times. Is that there was obviously no.
It lasted, about 5 minutes before he started
from it.
bowing down.
Like, what was the?
Real sad.
If you had good intentions, if you wanted to use it for, reporting, or for documentary purposes or whatever he's got in the pipeline. Well, why wouldn't you just ask Karen? Hey, I want to ask you a few things. How you felt about this part of the trial or this part of that? How did you feel, Karen, when I put you in harm's way? And
I didn't care about that.
Consent to it, but it wasn't. It was,
care about himself.
It was never going to be used for anything positive for Karen Reed.
Right. Well, two things. He didn't tell her, number one. And the second thing is...
I'd appreciate that. The like button, y'all.
Whatever text she gave
if you want to donate to the channel, you can do so one of these ways. There's a link in the chat. Everything is also in the description of the video. If you want to support the channel.
Banger of the head. So I can tell you that, all right? She hit me up back in March of 2024, and she told me, he's a liability to me, Sean. This thing with
he is a liability.
All kinds of heat in me, right? Here's the other thing. It just demonstrates he's a serial recorder.
Yeah,
he is.
All right, but he knew whatever was alerted in the text that she.
This is what I pay fucking $50 a month for it to
and I think what will happen
buffer.
Is if these guys or people ever do release the full 30-minute conversation, well then we'll all see. We will see.
Yeah, and when we get back to the messages, in regards to the whole conversation, obviously there's 4 people that he trusted enough to show this to or send it to. And he obviously sent it to someone because that's how we're now hearing it. That's how we're now hearing it. And it's not some big MSP conspiracy releasing
he gave the glare the link. Shocker. He wanted him to defend him, right?
So I'll tell you what, Chris, when you bug someone's phone, it doesn't sound like that. It sounds like a regular conversation, right? On this thing, Karen is coming through.
Thanks, Tippy Dog. I appreciate that.
He's live and in living color. He's not on the phone. I've wiretapped.
No, I do not freak out screaming.
Before, and it just comes
ignore it. I've ignored so much vile shit about me. That's not true. It's unreal.
It's a real life conversation. And here's the other thing, Chris. It's not calculated. It's like how you and I are talking right now. That's how these wiretaps go. You got these mafia guys. Hey, motherfucker, we're going to take this guy with a baseball bat. And the other guy goes, all right, Joey, no problem. What was the thing with those conversations? Karen's irate. He's going, you did want that. You did want that $1.1 million, Karen. I never told you.
What the hell? Uh-oh. The spaces ended. Somebody must have accidentally pushed the button. Lily must have accidentally hit the button to end the space. Weird. What happened? I mean, I'll fucking host a space if that's what the fuck we're doing. What is the problem here? All right. I can't believe that happened. I didn't watch, obviously, JFK last night. I only watched the one that happened the other night. But I think he could have had a little more fucking integrity. He could have not bitched out as much as he did. You know, like a couple minutes, he sort of hit back, and then he started pandering. He started pandering, and he started piling on to Flip. And it's like, oh, I don't believe that. I don't believe. First of all, you basically admit that you know that he did it, right? But then you sit there and pander because I don't have much. I'm not going to say nothing about it no more because I mean, I took temperature in the room. The temperature in the room, just because people don't want you to talk about it, doesn't mean you just stop talking about it. They don't want you to talk about it because they don't want to talk about the truth, right? If you're about any truth or integrity, then you would talk about it, right? That's not. There's no if, ands, or buts. You don't allow other people to threaten you and then sit there and pander to them because you're afraid that your subscribers are going to unsubscribe because they're his subscribers and you're going to lose that time and money. I don't give a fuck. Everybody could unsubscribe right the fuck now, and I don't give a fuck. I'm going to tell the truth. It is what it is. Most of you know I'm not just going to say shit to say it. Most of you have been with me long enough to know that very thing about me. I'm not just going to say shit just to say it. It's not something that I do. Like what the it just really irks the fuck out of me. Like really irks the hell out of me. Well, now we have to figure out what they're doing here. Host error, looking to get it back up. Hold on. I don't know who's getting it back up, but we will find out. I'm definitely a good thing to not be silent about it, but at the same time, don't pander, bro, because everyone can see when you're doing it. Good evening. Just don't pander. There was some obvious sort of pandering, and I hate to say it, but Lily did too. A little bit of pandering. It wasn't necessary. All right, it's up again. Hold on. Please hold. I don't, by the way. I'm just looking, checking email to make sure. I don't see any anything in PayPal. So if you were trying and it wasn't working, maybe give it a minute and try it now. I don't know. It's the best thing I can tell you. The links are working. Everybody else tells me they're working fine. So that's the best solution I got for you. The Cash App and Venmo are on working fine. Chime. All right, hold on. Back into spaces here. Chris is hosting it. Thank God. I love you guys. I freaking love. Oh, we're buff. Oh my God, with the tech tonight, dude. Oh my God. Thank you, Jane. Chris is hosting. All right. Back to here we go. Perfect. Wonderful. Join space.
Going to go move on to next, I'll sort of start to touch on is that obviously someone within that small group of people he sent it to has either they've got a conscience or they've been a snake in the grass the whole time, one of the two. And they've forwarded it on to, if you believe Karen's message, to Yannetti and AJ.
Well, how about this?
I'm so sick of StreamYard.
I don't think Karen would dump them in the shit, basically.
It just keeps buffering on me, and it's not a internet. It's StreamYard.
Like if they didn't have it, like I don't think she put them in a position where they would be forced to call her a liar.
It's not Spaces, it's StreamYard. Spaces buffer sometimes too, but right now it's StreamYard just being a dick.
I just don't think she would do it and mention them by name if they didn't have it.
Right. No, and here's the other thing.
He said it was user error.
Together, connecting the dots.
Host error.
What did Alan Jackson say? There's one thing we do and we've done that's not purposeful, that's not calculated, that's not direct. Right?
There is
This is a leverage.
809 of you watching right now.
Against whatever hell
this stream. 654 of you from X.
Chris, but,
yeah, I'm on Chris's Spaces.
By mods in his group, talking about.
I appreciate you.
He was talking about how he was offended about not being allowed. Karen Reed had dumped him because when he got out of jail, she didn't want anything to do with him. He was pissed. And he made statements that I could go to Tully right now.
He did.
And give her up.
He did.
That's in his writing text in one of his admin chats.
He did.
And then there was a release of Jenna Rocco. I mean, listen, I don't know how this shit gets out, but I mean, this is amateur night. These people, they're amateurs.
Amateur hour.
Either they're stupid or they're doing it on purpose. But she's on several what do you call it? Several conversations, voice text. You know how you go to your text and you do a voice thing, and she's talking about he threatened Nick, and Nick went to Jackson, and Karen said he's going to blackmail. And Jackson said, I got to think about this. So this could be an opportunity, right? Maybe someone is giving them leverage over him to basically neutralize whatever shit and dirt they have on each other. That's what that is.
It feels somewhat like that too. Like,
and it will keep going.
Like what the end game of it is actually going to end up being. But whether it just feels weird to me that one of those four people, and
she's not going
I've been
to
told over a phone conversation of who two of the flat out denied it. So
Shocker.
I'm not going to keep going down that path when they don't want to do it. But it makes sense. But it is what it is.
I was just sitting back here thinking. I said, okay, maybe why they're obedient, why they're obeying. If he could record Karen Reed, you don't think he recorded fucking Will McLaren?
Yeah.
In his finest hours?
Yeah.
Sure. No, and it's true.
You don't think he's got dirt on Will Galera?
Of course he does.
Didn't show his ass in front of Aiden Connie.
Yeah.
And maybe he's got videos of Will. I mean, listen, you got to think about this. He's a serial recorder. He's recorded many people.
Mm-hmm.
Kate Peter was with him back in the day. She said he always did this. I know he did it to me. I was just smart enough to dirty him up.
Most other people did too.
I'd call him up. I rated him. He was doing the old.
He's done it to all his exes.
I said, I recognize that.
I'm friends with some of them.
Said,
let's just remember that.
This Aiden, I would dirty him up. So if you're recording me, pal, fine. But you're going to get dirt on yourself too.
Yeah. And I want to touch on too, the deflection tour that's happened since this all
the deflection.
He's been somewhat quiet, but the other people haven't. But they've made it all about something else.
About Flip.
And when you say accountability, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he sure did do that. He sure fucking did do that.
When's he going to come forward? I don't think he ever will. I don't think his ego will allow it.
He sure did do that.
He seems to be just a stubborn person.
People
and when he digs his heels in,
don't even remember.
You're not going to talk him
some people
out
don't
of
even
it,
know. Oh yeah, he did that.
Other. But these some of this stuff, and that they try to they try to rubbish. It was a discreditation tour.
Once again, all creators should make money, but he doesn't make content.
And that's when
he's a bully. That's not content.
Drop the
smears people and lies about them. That's not content.
And this is another guilt consciousness of guilt thing that he did was
make it about someone else.
He instead of going on alive and addressing what we had just said, he went on there and absolutely just tried to tear Joe to shreds. And let's be honest, if you go back and listen to the back and forth between
I'm sure he didn't pay Jimmy anything.
And Aiden, Joe cooks him.
I'm sure he didn't.
Because Joe's holding all the receipts. So he's he's cooking Aiden. He's letting Aiden lie. Aiden's just 10 toes down lying, lie after lie. That whole I think someone recorded it. I said it was 26 minutes or something like that. Just lying through his teeth. And they beg for the receipts. And this is why I said I want to talk about receipts, because
Aiden did catch charges for that. But yeah, Will should be glad. He
then all
wasn't
these
charged.
little, minions who get on
Oh
the
yeah,
coattails
Chris,
think,
he
oh
did
yeah,
that.
well, Aiden's like he's confident, so we're going to demand receipts as well. And and then the receipts drop, and then the receipts are they're
not good enough.
That's not really Karen Reed. Karen
AI.
Reed wouldn't say that.
It's
They're
fake.
AI. Anyone can edit the name and put Karen Reed up there.
I'm like, come on.
Why? Like, it's such a novel friggin' argument to make that someone would do that. Of course, someone could do that. The question is, why would you bother doing that?
I feel so bad for Flip.
And I redacted the number, but I did.
I've lived it.
3 digits.
I know exactly what it's like.
So people could actually, who knew,
just makes it about something else or someone else. Makes about not of a molehill. Look over here. Look over here. Don't look at what Aiden Kearney did.
People who know that person can see, okay, well, that really is that person, and the context to that is very specific.
Disgusting.
Like, it's not a Kelly Dever moment where it's a false memory. Like, that is very detailed. Be the purpose of saying that happened when it didn't. It
makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah,
Super chat where?
It doesn't make any sense when you combine it with all the other stuff.
I don't see it.
The fact that yes, there is a recording.
I don't see anything yet.
Aiden admits they have lunch eventually, and I don't know if he intended it. He did it in a rage. I'm sure he did that message in a rage because, like, the way that come across, like demanding that person to retract.
I don't see any.
Like, why would
unless it's PayPal.
Say, hey, why the hell are you telling Joe we had lunch last week? We didn't have lunch. But it's the specific detail of it. It's like, you need to retract what you said.
No, it was a big jump for me too. You're going to ruin my life.
Yeah.
We saw that with Lindsay Gaffani. He did the same fucking thing.
He did.
And other people too. You know what's funny? And he doesn't know this, but he probably does. I have every one of his exes in my telephone. They've all called me.
Same.
Every
I
last
have
one of them.
friends with them.
You got Lindsay. You got Meredith.
I don't see it, Mana.
You got Leah. You got them all. Lauren. She wants me to talk to her father, who's a Boston cop. They're all called me. Right? But son, it is what it is.
It seems to be habitual, like a pattern of behavior. And I've only like I said, like I never followed. I didn't know who Aiden was until I don't know.
You can listen to it on Spaces.
Like when those
because I have opinions.
Hearings were taking place.
That's why.
I heard about the Karen Reed case. Like I said the other night, I was watching Court TV one night, here on a Friday night, I think it was, living my best life, and and it just popped up. It was just like a short segment or something on it, and it was just the actual story intrigued me because obviously, Sean, you've worked in that arena. There is like the code, like you will go and people will lie for you if they have to, like, and especially if they're implicated, they will lie, and that's what intrigued me about it because I remember when I first. Crux, it was like a 5-minute little clip on it, and I was just like, "Fuck, that doesn't make sense." I was like, none of that makes sense, and just from those two little things, and that's what piqued my interest about it. And yeah, like even when I found out about it, and he was one of the content creators, I was just sort of off him. I didn't really.
I don't see any super chats yet, just so you know. Might want to check and make sure it went through because I don't see anything.
And all that stuff, and I think it just shines through. Like I think this is another example of it, where
usually pops right up.
You have the chance to do the honourable thing, and admit you fucked up. I had a moment of weakness, or I had an idea in my head, and it was a fucking shit idea, and I apologize. Profusely sorry, Karen. Like, I'm sorry to all my followers who pay for my content that I lied to you. Like,
he's not going to do that.
Like, admit it, and then it goes.
Or I committed another felony. Yeah. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but like, there's just no ownership. There's no accountability, and that's what shits me the most is that because, and then you got all the other people making excuses for him, and they're doing their little content creator tour, making it about push it down, like the shit he did. And again, this is just another poor character trait from him is that
I love you.
Did he put Olivia's business out there for no reason other than to deflect off his own shit? She's now part of his team.
Me too.
It's not like it's just some random girl you know some stuff
or
about.
I have blocked.
Like
I have the ones that I have blocked.
Like, and I don't know who Olivia is or don't know her from a bar of soap, but like now does he have to now like sort of be worried that she might turn on me at some point because I aired her shit out? Like, how could that be a healthy working relationship
Can't be.
forward, knowing that to save his own skin, to deflect off his own shit, he just put her shit out there. Put it out there.
Yeah, it shows both.
For no other reason than he was caught in a lie, he panicked, and that was his, he reverted to what he knows best.
Yep.
Right.
And that's being a snake.
And that's the deflection game, all right? Any parent knows that if they have kids, right? You got 3 kids. you got fingers going everywhere. Who's the guilty one? Listen, this is so simple. This is not rocket science.
It's not. It really is.
It's not.
This is
you don't need Einstein.
The easiest thing to look through and just call it out. I mean, I just don't know why people. Well, I get why. All right. Most of them are fearful. The others are just blind. They follow blindly.
The amount of messages I've got, and this is like where it comes back to, the amount of messages I've got from people who I've never interacted with and didn't even know their accounts exist, saying, don't take your foot off the throat. This is what they want. They're going to try and bully you. They're going to try and push you around. They're going to try and mock you. They're going to try and just get you to drop it. And as I said, you don't have to worry. So I won't do that. I've never been bullied my whole life. Like I'm not going to be
good for you, Chris.
From someone across the the ocean there.
And Chris, let's face it, for a guy like myself, right? I'm not anything, right? But this shit's like patty cakes to me. I use this all the time.
Let me text Sean. Hold on.
This is like taking fucking candy from a baby. This is so beneath me. It really is. And like I said, when I was up in Boston not too long ago, I said to a friend of mine, I said, if poor John didn't get killed in Canton, since it hit home for me, right? Parents lived there for 53 years. I knew all the players. I knew all the cops, right? I knew all the personalities, okay? And here's the thing. Had those cops, the Canton cops and the Mass State Police, did their best to investigate this case, we wouldn't be here today.
All right, we can disagree on that, John.
Right?
Love you, but I disagree.
Surveillance camera, up and down Washington Street.
I'm not muted.
Up and down Oakdale.
I probably froze.
Anywhere. But they didn't. And I was talking to some ladies the other night, right? That there was threats made to fucking, what's his name? The deputy chief now, Kelleher, right? That he was told, get rid of that. Listen, you may have not have seen.
Oh, hell no.
The whole thing happened from his camera, all right, across the street.
Oh, I know, right?
He would have definitely caught.
Let me talk to him. I texted John and Chris, like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fuck.
It would have seen something. That's another thing that was like always stood out about that case, that it was just But now you're here, and now because and this is where it's
Let me up.
Such an interesting story is because now you're here and now you're talking about someone recording the person who was put on trial.
The main person. This is the thing. The person he worked so hard for. The person that gave him his fame.
He's not fame.
And I said that
it's not
too,
famous.
I said that what did he have to do for her to finally say
enough's
enough? Like I said, that's her.
I texted Sean, so he probably saw my text.
Biggest supporter, or at least maybe not her biggest supporter, but the one who has been the most vocal. Like he definitely has the biggest platform of everyone who's championed her case.
Right.
So you think in her for her, she's like, it is a benefit to have someone who's that vocal supporting you. So to cut ties with that person, to just say, you are too much of a risk for me. Like, I'd love to know the other stuff, because
I'll tell you if you let me up.
Message, it says this was the final straw.
The fuck?
Right.
So it wasn't like, this is the thing that did it, but obviously that relationship had deteriorated, and you could tell from his.
If you let me up, I'll tell you fuckers.
And I seen you even seen that message from there. It's just like he kept poking her. He kept poking her, like, and taking the shots at her, and and I think he was even warned. I don't think that's the best idea.
Of course he was.
And now she's just done. Like, and obviously done. Yeah, and she's done to the point where she was happy for Joe to get the story out in whatever way he's seen fit.
Exactly.
And I've seen stupid comments from JFK like, oh, when she said that to Joe, he must have meant she probably thought he was just going to tell 2 of his friends.
Like, no.
Yeah, that was the intent. Like, come on, like, switch on.
Remember when Karen said in the conversation, I gave you everything and I backed it up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? What did he do? He says, Karen.
$1.1 million, Karen.
$1.1 million. See, right there, he deflected. Right? He deflected, right?
$1.1 million.
Now,
I'm turtle boy.
Into the scene, he brought me on his show for the first time, right? And we had this talk, and he was getting my perspective on,
Oh, girl, call me in the morning. Love you.
Even though I was a DEA agent for 28 years, I was a cop for 7 years in the DC area, and 3 of those years, I actually did crime scene investigating. I did crime scenes. I did the whole thing. And I knew right from the beginning that that whole thing was completely messed up.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Purposely, right? I'm sitting there. I'm thinking this kid has got all this stuff. He's doing this great stuff. Natalie, right? The person that was the
intermediary
between Karen and him, right? Gives me everything that Karen gave Aiden via Natalie. And I'm saying, this kid didn't do shit. She gave him everything. And I'm saying, man, what a joke. Now, some of the things he did do,
Mona, this has to be from you, I'm guessing.
Take that away from him. Like, Jesus Christ. Hey, when you get the whole thing.
You have a donation.
You, right?
PayPal.
And then when she brings it up, his first thing to do is shut her down and bring up the fact of $1.1 million. Well, guess what? The ground troops were out there. The donos were done. All these.
Oh yeah, he definitely actually he raised the money himself. 100%.
Can't say raffle. Watch out. Can't say raffle, right? Maybe there's an investigation going there. But whatever it is, people donated.
I'm gonna read it when it gives me a second.
All of that. But that was his.
He also
one deflection.
made a whole rant.
There was another one. Okay, let's have a conversation
about how he wasn't going to donate any of the Free Karen Reed merch money because it was his, and he doesn't have to. And he didn't, by the way.
That's what interests me, and I'd love to hear it too. And this is where all these people talking about like we have access to it. We don't have access to it. Only what gets sent out.
Correct.
Like I said, and for whatever reason, they've selected a couple of people, whoever this person is, to drop it, and probably the fact that they know that they will actually put it out there. So whoever's releasing it wants it out there. And like it's been said, Karen doesn't want it out there, but once it's out there, if it's not getting put out, they're just going to keep sending it to people until it's put out. I think that's the main thing to go for. But I'm interested in the whole 30-minute because I want to hear how that conversation started or where the recording picked up from. Like one of the two. Like that interests me a lot. Like that part of it. But I'm guessing there's one thing of Karen, and you hear it from like the evidence that was presented at trial, when she has a bee in her bonnet, when she's upset, you know about it. Like, she.
Yes, he did. $1,500. I was at that event.
On that, and
I know all about that.
Yeah.
Then he lied to people about it.
I've been on the other end of that, right? On good things and bad things, right? That she's so,
just
what
saying.
The fuck you doing? Come on. She's been very excited about, talking about proctors. Show these fucking people. And she gets, I got to give her credit. Listen, the bottom line is she was persecuted for 3 years. All right? Of course she's going to be
All right, Sean. Come on. We don't agree on that. Let's just move past that part, shall we?
I guarantee that whatever those texts were, he was all set to record from
$1,500 he took from that event. They gave him a check. He should have said no It's a fundraiser. But no.
Let me get my phone.
Then he tried to say other
She
people
texted him,
shouldn't
right?
make money when they're at a
Someone
fundraising
that
event.
text gave him the thing. Okay, this is
Fucking
I
lack of
gotta
self-awareness.
record this. And there you go.
Yeah. And I think too, like with this whole, like the thing that people wanted was the receipts, and then when
They got the receipts
came,
they're all
gave
fake.
a reason as to why
They're not real.
weren't valid.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, I don't know if you will go and look at anything someone else has released or something that everyone is usually happy with, a screenshot, like, and you can prove the sort of the chain of events that happen.
They would have taken a screenshot from him.
Has just been.
I know, right?
Like, it's almost, I don't like the
Come on.
hearing or hate it, but it's just like, what do you need? Like, and I think I said it seems like you need video of someone recording it to give it any type of validity.
Which you don't need.
That's what I got, because all my responses were like, the responses I got, or the people who come at me after that second Spaces, was like, you got no proof, you're just starting shit. Why are you starting it?
Like, come on.
And I said, it doesn't matter. Like I said, it doesn't matter where I'm from. It doesn't matter why.
It's a deflection.
You know, like, Joe, for whatever, me and him, it might have been just timing or whatever. Like, he'd heard me on Spaces 1, and, everyone loves Spaces 1. Spaces 1 was like a really eye-opener for a lot of people.
Yeah, I should probably go. I didn't get a chance to listen to that one. But listen, I got to tell you about this. You hit a good point there.
Bingo.
A gentleman,
Miss GNX. That's exactly what he did.
Space just before this. I think his name was Crash.
He didn't do any days for Karen Reed.
He said, I fear, and he's right, that he could say anything, right? And people would believe it. And it's true.
That's what happens.
If they saw a video of Aiden taking the whole conversation, they would still say
it was made to do it.
Real.
Yep.
That's cult-like mentality. I'm sorry to say it. It is.
It is. And like I said, I'd never really witnessed it before. Like, I hear about it, but then it's like,
bingo,
the
Smitty.
other side, the two factions, one who's free Karen Reed and the other ones who believe she was guilty. Right. So, like, because I was pro Karen, I wasn't paying much noise to it, and I'd antagonize them, to be honest. And
people who get out of it say the same thing.
It's a cult. So, like, I don't know how they feel about me, because during the Karen Reed trial, I didn't. Well, I was being like this to them. But now, because, like, the stuff of Turtle Boy's come out now, like, actually, the amount of people who have unblocked me that have had me blocked for so long from a trial too.
You're right. So it's kind of funny, right?
It's like the social media side of it, whereas it's like, if you don't say what I like, I'm blocking you, so you can't interact with me. But now it's on the shoes on the other foot, so to speak. Now they want to hear what I have to say.
Exactly.
It's interesting.
I was like a pioneer in this whole thing, Chris. I mean,
well, technically,
I was in the back. I was way out front.
He went to jail for fucking threatening her and wiretapping her, and then disseminating that wiretapping that he tried to alter.
2023.
That's technically why.
The only law enforcement at my level that came out in support of Karen.
You know it, Sailbolt.
Not with my level, right? And I still think I'm probably right up there right now. I don't see any other federal agents coming out. None.
Yeah.
And I got all the arrows in the back. And
right?
Said,
me too.
I was really naive. I said,
the fuck? Come on.
Where the Christ is this hate coming from? And listen, it's a long story. But you're right. All of a sudden, I'm getting requests. Sean, unblock me. And these are people that, man, they annihilated me. I'm saying, something? Sure, why not? I'll unblock. I told this one kid the other day, I said, you better fucking behave, right? His name is Billy. Willie. I said, you better fucking behave. And it's, this whole thing is
I get those all the time. Can you ask so-and-so to unblock me? And the same to me.
Fucking killing me worse.
Through other people.
The so-called other side,
Yeah.
Oh, you have no idea what mine looks like.
the side of the fence that they're standing now.
Mine's insane.
And I brought this up earlier, like, it's not so much of an antagonistic comment, but I said to Mike Crawford, like,
same.
I said for you to be siding, anyone who's siding with Turtle Boy on this particular subject,
come on,
has to believe so many people are lying. So you have to believe Karen's lying, and that
Meredith's lying. Well, I can believe that. She lies a lot.
Her lawyers in. I keep calling them solicitors. We call them solicitors over here, but
lawyer.
Yes, I know about solicitors.
And it means something different over there. It's so you have to believe she's lying about it, and that she'll be putting her own lawyers in it to have to be in a position to either confirm or deny it, like to make them either lie for her or whatever. Then you have to believe that the person he went and had lunch with just made this up. Because I think at that point too, and I don't know if Joey's listening and he wants to jump in. I know he's just taking a beat from all the crap. I think he's probably listening, but I told him, I said, I understand if you, I said, yeah, I understand if you don't, you just want to have a break from it because the amount of shit he's got.
It's not fair.
Some things to say on that, just in regards to some of these content creators who I heard yesterday, and I heard while Joe was on JFK, multiple times he questioned if he had a mental health issue. And that's low. Then like, if I was Joey, then I just would have fucking got off.
Me too. Fuck you.
Be done with it. I heard,
Same.
I heard Nurse Kim yesterday.
Content creator.
Float the idea that Joe must have a mental health issue. And I don't know. I'm assuming she's a real nurse.
No worries.
So if you're a real nurse,
that's really shitty.
No, she is.
Yeah. So if you are a real nurse,
I have a mental health issue.
You would be fully aware of like mental health and how it is to misdiagnose it or to even like make light of it. To sit there and like go, oh well, because of his situation,
that magically that doesn't even make sense.
Like, I've started to see that. It's part of the narrative that they're being told to talk about. Like, well, Joey must have something. It doesn't have
I kind of understand.
He's fine. Joey's cool.
I kind of understand Nurse Kim because her and I are a lot alike, right? She's Italian, Irish. I'm Irish, and we fucking just go at it. Listen to the way she talks. I love it. And listen, I think she probably got a raw deal in this thing, and I kind of told a couple of people that. And I think she might have been misunderstood, and I think maybe JFK didn't understand what she was saying. But she said something. That's why I was calling JFK Slim Shady. She said during her thing last night, oh, that's fucking shady. And that's all JFK heard. But he didn't get the whole scope. And then that took on his show took on a whole life. And then James Jackson goes, what the fuck? Poor Kevin Kev. I guess Kim likes Kevin Kev. He's in the crossfire. Listen, it was a comedy.
How about everybody just tells the truth? You wouldn't be in the fucking crossfire. Stop the gaslighting, bro.
The comedic value, but not, Kim, I have to, to her credit, listen, I don't know anything about it.
Same, Tippy, same.
I know she's always been a pretty straight shooter.
Straight shooter, my ass.
Like I said, I think they kind of cleared it up. I don't know. I don't know anything about that whole thing. All I know is, it's just, listen, the whole thing is a pretty sad situation. And I feel bad.
Sean, I love you, but shut up, bro. I love you, but let me talk. God damn it.
And it's because of Turtle Boy, right? He sat on that forever.
Oh, yeah.
You're right, Chris.
He'd be like me, where he doesn't make a ton of money on his streams, and he'd cry.
His own ass, he exposed the liver, and he annihilated Joe for no fucking reason, other than to be a fucking.
That's all he cares about, realistically.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's what sort of like got like lost in all of it is it was a complete deflection method.
Bingo.
Like as to steal the thing from trial one, look the other way. Don't pay attention to this. Joe's, this whole situation over here. Character and on him as a person I would suggest most of them don't even know the whole story.
I know, right?
Time, like I'm sure probably it's more's come out since then, but I'm talking about at that very
That's true. We don't.
Where
we have this thing called fucking integrity.
A complete deflection, and it's continued on. Like I wouldn't I'm sure Joe's fatigued from it all because he's had to probably explain a situation. I know that he wanted to keep private, but it was always going to come out because the wheels were in motion on that whole thing about the Joe's psycho side of things. The wheels were in motion for that like 5, 6, 7 days before before anything happened on the Spaces too, because I had that purple Kool-Aid dopey fucking prick in my DMs asking for all the information.
I'm in the space. I've requested to speak. He knows I'm going to speak, but they're just talking for a while.
He's just like, oh, and there's something about a free Karen.
Everyone's muted. They haven't added me as a speaker yet.
There's an issue, like, so the wheels were in motion well before any of this, but also sort of on the coattails of the that Wilbur show. So I don't know.
I can unmute myself when they add me as a speaker.
I have an idea that I think Olivia was brought onto the team, and maybe she had to like disclose to them that, hey, there was this sort of issue, and that's how it all came about. That they sort of caught wind of the
yeah, I don't think Flip wanted to drag anyone's name.
I'm just thinking out
they kind of
like,
put him in that predicament by fucking lying.
They did a Zoom,
right?
Because Joe had alerted everyone, which is due diligence. Right?
This is about the wiretapping gate. Aiden wiretapping Karen, lying about it, using Joe Flip ahead as a deflection.
They put two and two together, so that's the thing on that. But I was just so anyways. This thing with purple Kool-Aid, whatever the fuck his name is, right?
Oh, but well, Sean's on now, but
that's very close to Joe. Right?
Like, let me in.
She comes at me.
Me and Chris talked about this earlier.
What the fuck? Who are you talking to? I go, excuse me. What are you talking about?
It is crazy. I agree.
You're gonna do a space with purple Kool-Aid? I said,
I'm gonna hope make this space a little better.
What the fuck is a space?
If they let me speak.
I don't know. That's true. You said pretty much the same thing to me. Like, what's a space?
I did. I know what the hell a space was. When I got alerted Friday night, I still say it. I said, anyway, so I told this person, I said, well, this person is saying that you're going to tell the whole story with, I said, time out. Take a chill pill. So I went back and I talked to one of my team members. I said, who the fuck is this purple Kool-Aid guy? And then they told me, oh, no, that's the old orange Kool-Aid drinker. I said, that son of a bitch, that guy annihilated me, right? And
I'm Spanish, too. Spanish and Irish. I'm a weird mix.
This guy, purple Kool-Aid,
Congolesian. A little bit of Portuguese, Spanish, and Irish.
So whoever's telling you I'm going to do a space, or what the fuck you call this shit, space.
No, Sean's a good friend of mine. Sean didn't know I was going to be on.
And you know something?
On the space. Chris did, but Sean didn't.
She put she clipped it, which I thanked her. She clipped it and she put it out as a receipt to tell the person that gave me up on some bullshit, right? That she was wrong. But that's how this thing gets crazy.
Yeah. And like, in this, I don't want to give because this is not what this is about, but like, to me, like, it was a very targeted attack, and it felt like I was in the works for a while. Like,
of course it was.
Because it came across me, like, everyone's like, well, why the fuck are you involved? Like, before this came, someone was trying to get information from me about him.
Shocker.
Like, what do you know anything about him? Like, you know anything about this? So, and it's, but then, and then where we come to, I don't want to give too much air, but, then when the Jess Machado story come out, like, again, that was it. Like, a nice
targeted hit.
Jess's face, and she like messaged me, asking me to some shit. I was like, "You got some nerve after what you just did," but it was like, it was a hit job.
Me too, Tippy.
What the hell did that have to do with anything? Who cares?
I agree, Donald. They do need to hear me.
Like,
I hear you.
And a phone call, a recorded
Night,
phone
Donna.
call, when he was probably
Good luck.
his probably most vulnerable time, and trying to find answers that he couldn't have.
Donna has the Zoom.
Like, other than just to discredit him and to make him look even
Donna has
worse.
Zoom tomorrow with
And we
Aiden
all know
for New
Jess is
Jersey.
with Turtle Boy, so you can't sit there and two people. He sent that audio to two people when he was asking for some, I guess, advice, or he was reaching out to people to help him, like, sort of deal with that situation.
Appreciate you, Donald.
Suddenly, now that recording that only two people had ends up in Jess Machado's hands.
Shocker.
And she's next to Turtle Boy.
She admitted to me that she did it as a targeted attack for whiny Aiden. I have the receipt.
I said, like, that's all it was. He tried to discredit him even further to try again to deflect away from what the actual issue was.
There are, Karen.
Pulled up, which was Karen's recording.
So, and you're right about that, Chris. But these things are coming to my brain here. So the 4 people. We know what it is, Chris. Let's not beat around the bush here, right? The person who knows, obviously, is going to come out swinging. You know it, I know it. And those 4 people are going to have hell to pay. Because that person is eventually going to get out of her little shell there, right? And she's going to come out and tell the whole truth. And those 4 people are going to have big time egg on their face. And like I said, doesn't take a brain surgeon, a rocket science to put this thing together.
Nope.
All right? Just remember.
We are here for you, my friend.
This is obvious. And like I said, maybe they're afraid. Maybe they're afraid they showed their ass in front of Aiden. Who knows? I don't know. Everyone obeys when he says obey. That's the whole thing.
Another content creator.
Like I said, that person, who knows? That person was threatened. Hey, she's allegedly
An Aiden side
right now.
content creator.
The bottom line is this. Eventually, the truth
I'm in there.
comes out.
I'm just waiting.
And it's like
She admitted to me that she did it as a petty revenge thing. That's sad.
I think everyone knows, but like,
Sure.
I'm just trying not to mention names, just to.
No, I got you. But let's face it. She's the only one that had access. I always said it. I said it from day one. When you lose access, you lose everything, right? Well, guess what? She still has access, and that I'm just going to leave it right there.
Yeah. And
Let me
that was the important part. And I said to Joe, and I want to make it very clear, and I'm happy to take the bullets for that one. He asked me, well, he said to me not to share that. But for this story to be, and the reason I shared it,
Chris the Koala,
because I knew that
on his ex.
There was
Chris the Koala John.
For him to be
That's
able
his
to
ex.
continue to leverage that situation. That message ties everything together and sort of makes it a complete circle where you, like you said, you have to be stupid to not be able to put it together.
Come on, man.
And that message ties everything together, and not only the message that
I called him that. It's motherfucking Koala.
To that message when he got it, so he got that message, so he didn't know. So yeah, all right, whatever.
It's classic.
He got the message. He got that message sent to him. The Meredith message got sent to him.
Yep.
And with the number
screenshot.
Actually, no. Sorry. He got told about it.
Then he texted her.
And
threatened her.
His reaction was
Meredith.
What you'd expect it to be.
He means Meredith.
He is then.
So it's at. Hold on.
Reacted to that by messaging her, and that's
at C John 50. 64-1.
You retract what you say, you're ruining my life. That's what prompted him to send that message.
Right.
And that to me, like, and I understand that she's like, if it's out in the open, she can have like people supporting her. Like if
correct. If it's hidden, he threatens her.
If it stays in the shadows, she's gonna be dealing with a lot less support. And I can see like. And I said I think it's Twisted Tragedies. I know a lot of people have their opinion about her, but we had a quick like chat like on the feed yesterday, whereas it's like in situations like this when you can
coercive control
is being applied,
sure is,
to appease the aggressor. I hope when people see that they can put their differences aside with that person and go and support them. And just say, hey, like, I know we've had...
Yeah, me and Sean do not agree on that at all, Mark. Not even a little.
They can actually support people in that situation.
I listened to a little bit of it, and then I jumped off because I had to come here, so I didn't see all of it. Thank you, Mark.
I'm not saying anyone should deal with it, but I always feel like if you know you have...
So don't go back and listen to the rest, is what you're telling me?
It gives you that more confidence that you can handle it.
Probably don't bother.
I hope the people that are around her do it, because it doesn't matter. It would have come out at some point. But I wasn't going to let him, use that as
It's a good question, Jess.
Or as a shield for him to continue his shitty behavior. So it's all out there now, and it all ties together.
Oh, he knows she did.
Like,
Don't make no mistake. He knows she did.
To not believe it at this point, then you're never gonna like. There's nothing.
Whoop, whoop, Tennessee girl. Keep the glare. We don't want him.
Like,
isn't he in Tennessee? Keep him. We don't want him.
Oh, absolutely. So did you see my post today where I kind of flipped the script, right? And instead of
Samesies, girl, samesies.
Recorded her.
I want to be where you are, Jill. Nice weather in Florida.
Sean McDonough recorded her, right?
I did, yeah. I did.
Right, so
that's a good point you make.
It's
Indiana. My sister lives in Indiana.
On purpose, because there was absolutely no way to defend it. Okay.
Oh, he's said quite a few things.
Recordings or evidence of anything. The fact that she would say it was Sean McDonough.
I gotta get a charger. Hold on.
Those people, you know who they are, would have annihilated me. Crucified.
If it was anyone else, like especially you, but like anyone.
Yeah, listen, I put out a thing because I knew that Proctor was terminated. I got fucking hammered. I was, and this is the last one. People say, "Oh, Sean, why do you hate Turbo Boy?" I said, "Listen, Turbo Boy and I have had truces since August of 2023. All right, and every time we've had a truce, he has broken it. All right." So the last thing was about a month ago. There was a lady named Donna who's out in Jersey. He's got to go down there. He's got to have a hearing tomorrow on Zoom about this. Now, he incorrectly associated me with this lady. And come to find, he thought, right, because I made a comment about something about your problems in the Garden State. Now, he never knew, right? He never knew what I was talking about until this lady, Donna, came on the scene, and he said, "Oh, fuck, that's what Sean McDonough was talking about, this lady that's getting charges against me." We're on the correct. And you know what the funny thing is, Chris? And this is beautiful. That lady, Donna, came to me because she's been a very big supporter of my page and the whole thing. She said, "Sean, what should I do? What should I do?" I said, "Donna, do yourself a favor. I've dealt with this half-ass for almost 3 years. He's going to
still can't find the remote.
House down, and guess what? There'll be a thing today. It'll be gone tomorrow.
Yep.
Don't waste your time. I got the whole fucking thing. You know what he did? He does exactly what he does, right? To deflect off of her. He annihilates me. He does a blog. He puts all this shit out again, right? Listen, I've been a subject of his blogs. Hey, Turtle Boy, blog this motherfucker, right? You're going down on this. All right, fuck you.
Okay.
All right? His neighbors are going to kill me. I'm going to tell you right now, right? He did this whole thing. He put the fucking
weird. Why?
That fucking half lady fucking broils, whatever.
I'll do a spaces if I have to later and let people speak on it.
He's a corrupt DEA.
If you guys want.
Broils, you little motherfucker, right? You little
No problem with that.
Where the fuck you
No.
yourself, right?
This is not Kate's life.
28 years of the DA, you think you're going to fucking do me, you motherfucker? Fuck you. All right? So he does this whole thing, does a blog of me, does a whole live. All to come forward is that I had nothing.
Appreciate you, Mark. Appreciate you.
You get your fucking ass. I'm going after that motherfucker. I will be 2 kids, 5 kids, 20 fucking kids. I don't give a shit. Fuck him. Right? He didn't do me any fucking favors. And guess what?
Fuck him is right.
You want to choose? Blog this motherfucker. You're dead. You are fucking DOA as you fucking want, buddy. You're DOA.
Yeah, it's live.
And I fucking had it with you, little fucking maggot. You're a little dwarf. Fuck you.
Wow.
That's right, JFK. I said it, motherfucker. I'll put you on a post too, bitch. No, no, JFK. I'm kind of doing what you do to me, JFK. Don't take it too hard, buddy. All right, relax. The anger's to the anger is to where it should be. And fuck you, Turtle Boy. Fuck you.
So,
that's right, Chris.
I love it.
Get me going. Hey, listen. I'm about to do Crazy Sean too. I'm gonna have no mercy. Fuck. I'm gonna have. Guess what, Chris? I'm gonna have a whole month of no mercy. I'm gonna go fucking balls to the wall.
Scorched earth, mate. Scorched earth.
I'm gonna have a whole month.
Well.
Until fucking I be dead. But I be dead.
I agree. He's got dinosaur arms. He hates when you call his arms small.
I love it.
He doesn't like it.
Don't waste your time trying to recite what I do from the heart. You can't recite me, Auntie Deb. You do your little telephone conversations, right? You know, whatever the hell you did. I'm gonna tell you, Jimmy, that was a fucking masterpiece. Whatever you did in that time.
I will do my own and just let people speak, not shitty people.
My fucking crazy Sean fucking thing.
Yeah,
I love it,
the
'cause now
koala.
it brings back all the energy again.
I know. Don't have a stroke.
All
God
the
damn it,
fucking
Sean.
anger I had. And to all those people,
What
Julie,
the fuck's happening?
And I'm sorry, we all fucking went at each other. But guess what? I may have a whole fucking. Hey, I got my microphone. I got that fucking channel.
Oh God.
I might have a whole fucking month of no mercy. I'm gonna maybe no mercy November. How about that?
If I do a Spaces, I'm gonna call it Wiretap Gate.
Everything I have, every motherfucking thing I have. I'm gonna throw it all out there.
Wiretap Gate.
You had a story that I think I read that you have to, like, you're sitting on the biggest story or whatever. Are you going to release?
I mean, they let it out, I guess.
Yeah, listen.
Are you going to do that in November?
Oh, I can't do that.
Yeah, nobody speaks for me but me.
That is the real deal. Yeah, I want to. You're fucking Mike. Oh, you disappeared, Sean. No, I didn't disappear. I'm working on something that is fucking huge, and it's about to drop.
Oh,
it's huge.
Great. I love it, but come on, man.
Huh? Do we get a hint? We're getting exclusive on Spaces 3? Well, it's like 3.3. I had three tries at it.
No, I can't. No,
How much?
No, I can't. No, no, listen. But I want to tell you right now. Mike says, oh, the dude's got sources. Let me tell you something.
I am.
June of 2023, this young lady.
I will if I do it.
A fucking survivor came to me and told me. Couldn't believe it. Right? I'm just saying. This is coming down the way. You think I need patty cakes with this little fucking fag?
Means if I do one.
Well, guess what, Aiden? This is patty.
I mean, if I do a Spaces,
right?
and yes, I will.
Guys, Aiden, that can't handle fame. You
No.
had it made, and you fucking blew yourself up, and all your little minions are going to find out exactly.
They weren't that close.
Every last one of them will. But
they're all walking.
I'm calling it Wiretap Gate.
Together now, like the call went out. Like
He is a
said it
fanboy.
today, the call went out. So they're all pushing the same story. They're all.
Bingo.
I think it was even said
Miss
in the
GNX.
yes,
He'll learn the hard way.
We are one. Us content creators, we are one, and because they're trying to take down the little koala boy. But like, and I'll say this: that's like, they like everyone's like, "What's my end game to this?" I don't.
There is no end game. The truth. That's it.
It's just being aired out. I don't have a platform. I don't have a YouTube channel. I don't want a YouTube. None of this is for me for any type of gain in any capacity other than the story interests me. And it's the thing. It's like what? And they can't stand it. They can't stand the fact that there's some guy in Australia.
Yeah, I'll stream here if I do a space too.
And I'll take the piss because
so you guys who don't have X can hear it too.
Lovely people have sent me some great images of the koala smacking the turtle around and jumping on his head and all that. Like, I love it. I love when they get that. And before I post it, I say, "Yeah, okay, can I share this?" I love it.
Listen,
come on, John.
I'm just on my phone here. I need to say this, right? So JFK is probably listening to us on this show. He just hit me, man. No, but listen.
Right? Right? I wish I didn't sometimes.
Elise, Twisted Tragedy wants to say something.
Yes, thank you for looking at your phone. Fuck!
I did explain to people that we wanted to sort of just speak about that, and then we would open the floor because we always do.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter
open.
If you were a previous enemy or a friend or we do give everyone a platform. We do give everyone a platform to speak, and all we ask is that the person there's no
attacks,
personal digs in the sense of like.
Well, Chris, you got the bitch button, right? Do you have a bitch button over there? If it gets fucking crazy, just
push the bitch button. Yeah.
But I'm not as sharp as on the tech as some are. So like I don't know. Probably. Where the hell did Lily go? She's listening. I can see she's listening, but
I didn't want to go there tonight.
I'm hoping I can see some people in this chat, and I can tell you now that
let's hope so.
I'm not giving any air for people to come in And
I don't care. I don't care about that.
I'm not giving any effort for people to come in and defend all this. They have their own
their own spaces.
They all have their own platforms they can go on and they can speak about it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to come here and give excuses to what I've had.
Yeah, I don't scream. There's no reason.
That was purposeful as well. It was to like see how everyone would react and what they would say and how they would do it.
Hopefully.
And I'm happy to let most people.
If anybody's being rude, I will just bounce out and do my own.
They can go do their own spaces. They can go do their own spaces. I tried to. No, here's the thing.
Who's laughing? Who's laughing?
Oh, it's me. Sorry, I didn't realize. But Chris and Sean, have you? I can't stop laughing.
Who's that? Is that Kate? Who is it?
Lil.
Oh, Lily. I'm sorry. I didn't pick up on your Australian voice. You have an American voice tonight.
My Australian laugh. Broyles posted a doctored photo with.
What do you do?
I can't stop laughing like it's a dig. He's having a dig at you, but it's fucking.
Oh, hey, listen. The half lady. Seriously, the half lady. Like Kate said, what is it about this fucking movement that all these guys dress up as girls? What the fuck is going on here?
Seriously, it is weird. Like I didn't even realize there was a handle and it was brought to my attention. I thought it was a chick who was the but turned out it was like a man, and they were like.
Come on, guys.
Like a fella who
I got Broyles number, right?
Lana the Turtle, whatever that is, the Lana the Turtle handle. I had no idea that was a
Sean.
It's weird, like that whole and the thing with him is,
God damn it.
Not the turtle, the other guy, the half girl or the half man, whichever way you want to
Broyles.
go.
I love James Jackson, man.
It was
James Jackson.
Yeah, you can't have it both ways.
Love it.
It was interesting, though, because he says,
"Oh, I can sure fucking handle myself. I don't need help."
That was creepy, man. That was so creepy, like pretending to be a women's advocate and.
Oh man, that's just.
I think because it got bigger, kind of, Karen. It got bigger, you know.
Are you kidding me? Come on, Broyles. Come on.
I'm gonna open the floor for a bit because we've rambled on for about 90 minutes now.
Yeah.
So
Hey, Karen.
I'm gonna go give
Other Karen.
Twisted Tragedies.
Thank you.
Wait, Chris, I've just got one question for Sean. I just want to know if Sean reckons that Lara's Jordan's a Mexican or not.
I was Jordan's a Mexican.
JFK. Mexican fucking Jordans. That was,
Yeah, an hour and 50 minutes I've been on, and I've been on a half an hour longer.
I'll fucking blast you.
Not much, Karen, not much.
That's golden, buddy. Golden.
He didn't forget about me. He just said my name.
The Mexican fucking Jordans. That was, buddy, you had me on the floor. Suzanne was fucking killing me.
Also, I just want to say thank you to the donation I got earlier. It's the only one so far, but it's from Mayo, I think, and it's $100. It says thank you for speaking up, especially for the ones who can't.
I don't have any history. I know.
And I'm about to do this.
On one side, one side they go at each other. I've never really had anything to do.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, welcome.
Hey, Shawnee. You finally checked your text message. That took long enough. Jesus Christ.
Oh, no. I was on a roll. I just said, let me check my phone here. No mercy November, but that's what it's going to be.
Yeah. Me and Sean have been, friendly for quite some time. Of course, you probably didn't know that, but, we have a respect for one another for separate reasons outside of the Karen Reed case, because we don't agree on that case. And that's okay. You cannot agree. Denying at the moment that these receipts are real, who have moved the goalpost about 72 times already. First, there's no text, then you give the text, then there's no recording, then, the recording, then it's not real, then it's AI, then it's, blah, blah, blah. These are the same people that will take any receipt from Aiden. And let me be clear here. Aiden has used doctored and made up receipts and actually brought those into court, okay, to try to harm other people. And so we're talking about, he has victims on the not Karen Reed side and on the free Karen Reed side, right? And I got a bunch of messages actually this morning asking me to join this space because some of these people feel like they have no voices. Their voices have been silenced essentially by threats. And they asked me to come here and make sure that I could be their voice, because I will be their voice, and they know that I will. It doesn't matter to me whether you think Karen's innocent or whether you think she's guilty. No one on planet Earth should be threatened, blackmailed, extorted, or, for instance, like Flip, used as some sort of distraction tool to not take responsibility. Because if anybody else had wiretapped Karen Reed, right, anyone else on planet Earth, Aiden would be destroying them. He would be writing blogs about them. He would be calling them names. He would be putting out every dirt he could find and just making some up to add to it. And everyone would buy it hook, line, and sinker.
That's true, 100%. I agree with that, and I think, like I said, like when Sean flipped the script this morning with his tweet, and it is valid, and that's purely, I think, based on the platform he has.
Yeah.
You know, like, like when, like he said, he was like, I don't know, like too much about his history before the Karen Reed case, but like,
it's
obviously
bad.
This is the case that made him.
It's bad, Chris. It's bad.
It is. So I don't know, like, what was happening beforehand. Like, was this stuff happening before the Karen Reed case, or is this sort of come with the fame and the ego that sort of built over?
This is 10 years in the making, Chris. This is 10 years of Aiden doing these sort of hit stories on people. And by the way, let me just throw in that I have the receipts that Jess Machado absolutely 100%, and I think I sent them to you. Or maybe even Sean on text, I can't remember, but she absolutely admitted what she did with the Flip stuff was in retaliation for Aiden whining like a baby back bitch and to take the attention off Aiden. And she admitted that's exactly what that was. And that's just deplorable. I mean, realistically, like what he has been doing is the same shit he's been doing for 10 years. Like, this is not new. I can predict everything he's going to do before he's going to do it because it's over and over and over again. It's a pattern of behavior.
It is. It is. I guess like you know, habitual. Like it's not the, like you said. It's not the first phone call he's recorded. Karen recorded herself and released it.
Well, people keep forgetting that he is charged.
So I don't think it's like a stretch when you put it all together and you can see the receipts, and even though the receipt deniers, they were out in force, the receipt deniers is like they're made up, they're AI, you know. The audios are AI. The audios aren't AI.
No.
Like, there's no. I'm yet to see anyone actually, other than say it, prove that it's AI.
Because it's not AI.
And if it was AI, it's a pretty good job because I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but like I read some stuff up on it, and like still AI, and I think I've seen MIDI post about it.
Do you know, Chris, anything about audio?
About the cadence and the pitching and all that stuff.
Yeah, like, so you can check the audio.
AI still hasn't mastered that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can check the audio, and the audio, if you take the audio itself, like I did, and probably I'm guessing a lot of other people that know what the fuck they're talking about. There's nothing in the audio that would show like no ambient background noise or the pitch being different. Like, it's real audio.
I see Abby's in the chat, but I'm not going to bring her up because like she just goes haywire when she starts going. But like she's adamant as chopped together. But even Abby said it. She didn't think it was AI.
It's not AI.
Even when she like was doing her analysis, I think she said herself that she didn't believe it was AI. So we can end that bit. Whether it was chopped or some bits were mixed together, it's two people talking. Like, and that's real.
The bottom line is Aiden saying it's fucking AI? No, he isn't, right? Is Aiden even saying anything? No, and that's how you know, right? First of all, he's admitted that he had lunch with Meredith, right? Then he went back and said, you need to say this is a lie. Let me just put this out here real quick, just so everybody understands. He has done that exact same thing to multiple ex-girlfriends. And I will tell you, when it came to Lindsay, his problem with me was I simply did not lie for him, okay? Simply did not lie for him. He got caught sort of, cheating on Lauren and Kara and Lindsay all at one time. So then Lindsay reached out to Lauren, and Lauren had her reach out to Kara. They all talked, right? And then afterwards, Aiden called Lauren and flipped out. He called Kara and flipped out. And he said, you need to fix this right now. You need to fix this. You're ruining my relationship. He gaslit them both and said, you're ruining my relationship. You need to go back to Lindsay and tell her that you lied. Tell her that none of it is true. And both of them did, because he was threatening them. This isn't something that he hasn't done before. This is my point. Like, this is something that he has done over and over and over.
I gave my girlfriend, she works in like the domestic violence space and stuff like that, and I just gave her a brief sort of outline as to some of these patterns that he's displayed, and even with like just a minimal bit of information that I gave her.
Coercive control.
Absolutely. Because I posted it. So I posted it, and I did what I normally did, and I called something that I didn't quite 100% know the meaning of. So, but I posted it first, and I said, hey, I just like posted this or whatever. I said, is this actually coercive control?
Absolutely it is. 100%.
And she said, yes. And she goes, what was her reply? And I've seen the reply.
Yep.
I've seen the reply. And she goes, was it a long paragraph reply, like, being sorry? Or she said, was it one sentence? I said it was like one sentence. She goes, yeah. She goes, she's just what she called fawning.
Yep.
And that is appeasing the aggressor.
She's appeasing him to get him to stop, and this is something that again, Kara did, Lindsay did. You guys have to remember, I am friends with 3, and I'm not friends with Lauren. I was at one point, but I am friends with 3 of his exes. 3. Okay. So very dear friends. And I will tell you, this is something that he has done numerous times, recording people without their knowledge, using it as a threat. Even until last month, Chris, take ex-girlfriends out of it, right? Anybody who doesn't agree with him or anybody who has any information that could potentially make him look bad, he will threaten. And when people are like, oh, he's not stupid enough to do that, he's not dumb enough to record, he's not stupid enough to do it. I have dozens of instances that I have personally of him doing it in writing, okay? Because they wouldn't answer the phone, so he got so angry he did it in writing, okay? So we're not talking about somebody that deals with, thinking things through before he does it. He's a narcissist. Narcissists don't think things through. They deal with emotion only. They deal with petty revenge and jealousy. That's it. They don't care about anybody else but themselves. And it's like, you can't sit here and say that just because he didn't punch somebody in the face, he's not an abuser. Coercive control is abuse. It is in our state, and I live in Massachusetts. In the state of Massachusetts, coercive control is abuse, period.
It's become, and she mentioned to me this morning, I think it's become like a really legislated in all the states here in Australia since July 2024. But she says it's not like something that's in every state over there or something. She says not as...
It's not. Massachusetts is one of a very few states that actually have coercive control in our laws under abuse now. And now you can add it into things like restraining orders. That's new here in this state. But my point is all of the people he has harmed, and if you go from one side to the other, right? Go from Lindsay to people like Essie. What did Essie ever do to him? Nothing. She did nothing. She did nothing to him. He had a petty...
I never understood that. I didn't get that. I just thought it come from nowhere, as soon as the trial finished.
She didn't steal anybody's seat. Let's make that very clear here, okay? She didn't steal anybody's seat. That didn't happen. That was just a reason to use because, to be fair here, Meredith didn't like her, was being kind of a mean girl with her mean girl friends, because that's something that Meredith has done numerous times under, sock accounts, alt accounts. And so this whole, playing victim on the Mary Neal account doesn't really sit well with me, considering I know what she's done on other accounts. And it wasn't provoked either, like she claims. She's done it completely unprovoked. And so, this whole thing of being a mean girl, just sort of like mean girl. If he doesn't like someone, she doesn't. If she doesn't like someone, he doesn't. And so they went off on this tangent, sort of in the same way they did to Sean, sort of in the same way they did to me, whether, you know, it's just a petty revenge or a petty jealousy. I didn't do anything to them. As a matter of fact, she was really good to them. Really good, like a really good, just solid friend, and like would help anyone out if they needed it. Like, I'm sorry, but if you don't value those kind of friendships, what that tells me what kind of fucking person that you are, period. Right? None of them valued any of those friendships. They only cared about one simple thing. Aiden cares about one thing and one thing only: money and fame. He does not care who he hurts along the way. He doesn't care who he lies about. He doesn't care. He will go and try to file false charges on you to have you arrested because you actually told the police something that he did to you. That is the way he tries to get back at you. Again, that's coercive control tactics. But this is not new. This isn't new to the Karen Reed case. This is things he was doing well before the Karen Reed case. Most people just don't know it was happening before then because they weren't following him before then.
So I don't know, like all that stuff, but I have been sent a bunch of stuff, like just stories from that. Like I got like a list. Someone sent me a list. I won't mention the name because they don't get any blow. But it was like 20 names. I'm like, how?
Dude, you have no idea.
They're all ex-partners, but I'm just assuming they're all females who.
Most of them are females. Most are females. Yeah. Sean is like one in just a few males. Most of them are females. That tells you a lot anyway. Most of them are females, and like you said, not even ex-partners. A lot of them are just females, like bottom line females. And the amount of his victims that have come to me, and I'm sure there's many more that haven't come to me. So I mean, I've talked to at least 24 of them alone myself.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, I think I mentioned to you, I replied to one of your tweets yesterday about like in a situation like this, if it is like a serious like situation for her, as what people have been saying to me in the messages as well, I hope that people can put their differences aside and show her some level of support, because as you're saying yourself though, you know how he can be.
Well, I mean, listen, I'm a victim of domestic violence, but I also have to acknowledge that Meredith did some things on her own that she might need to take some fucking accountability for.
That stuff too, and that's not giving her a pass on her previous misdeeds or anything like that. But I think in a situation where you see someone being a victim of something that you have also been a victim of from the same person, that hopefully some of you guys can just put that to the side.
You know, I'm not the one. I'm probably not the one.
I know not everyone will, but like, because I don't know, like I said, I don't know the details, and I know like people, you know, and I'm someone who sort of stands on business as well. Like if someone really did me dirty, I probably wouldn't give them the time of day.
And listen, I can help anyone. There are plenty of people who have come to me from Free Karen Reed for various things that they need help with, and I have helped them because I've been a volunteer advocate for 18 years. I did this long before I had a YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Like, and this is something that I enjoy doing, is helping people. It makes my heart happy. But I draw the line at Meredith. Somebody else can help her, cool, fine, but I draw the line there.
That's your spot. Yeah. To your position to keep it. All right, I'm going to leave you on speaker as well, but I'm going to bring up.
I'll mute myself. Somebody else can help.
This person also messaged me yesterday, but it was all good things, and she was talking big about Sean. So I think I'll bring her up while she's. I hope it's a female. I always get confused with this stuff, but I just go basically by the name, and I assume you're a female.
Yeah, and Jen O'Donnell.
If it's not a female, I apologise, and I'll be corrected. But I'll bring her to speak now.
That's right, you are. There's so many who haven't even met him that are.
They're still there because I just left people on the speaker.
I muted myself so they can talk.
Yeah.
Hello?
There you go. Feel free to speak if you want to speak. I just seen that you requested to speak, so I figured that you wanted to.
Oh, okay. Sean, this is Deirdre.
Deirdre, how you doing?
Hey, can you confirm that I'm me and not you? I get that so much. And
Kick rocks with applesauce, kiddo. Bye.
I'm me.
Yeah,
I don't.
You're definitely you, Deirdre. You were my dispatcher back in.
Hashtag don't be a Meredith.
Yep. That's who I am.
There you go.
So first of all, because I always have your back, Sean. I tell it like it is with you that people don't know, but I do. I just want to clean up something. When Sean said that Aiden was dead, that was a euphemism. That means legally, not physically.
We know.
So let's just put that out there.
I mean, if people didn't know that, that's like really sad. Clearly, he didn't mean actually physically,
Right, but he likes to run and play victim, so I just wanted to...
You are correct. You are correct. He does. The victim is his favorite thing to play. You are correct. Darvo.
She is. So
I could say she's definitely probably a victim of coercive control. There's no doubt about that. That's happened to every woman that he's ever been with. But she's got to take some fucking accountability for some of the shit that she has done. And it's been pretty fucking bad. And I've seen zero accountability coming out of there yet.
Right. Well, she did a good job of cleaning up her past and rewriting her history.
Oh, you mean by paying thousands of dollars to have her stuff taken offline? Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I don't know. With this whole situation going on, I can see where maybe she might be involved in this, and so that's why I say I'm not sure that she's a victim yet.
Mm. It's hard to tell, like, in the sense of, like, I guess I can only go off the message that I posted, the level that she knows, or whether who are close to her.
Oh, she knows.
And they are all telling me the same story at the moment. I don't know what's true.
I'm muted. Yeah, I'm muted.
In this space and in this, like, the people who I've seen, like, everyone's to me like is a liar. I approach the people that no one is actually telling me the truth, and you're gonna have to show something to prove to me otherwise, because everyone just has a motive to lie at this point. And I've seen it, like, and this is where, like, you're like, I'm being naive or being, like, too harsh, but I literally sat there with evidence and watched all these people lie, and I'm sitting there with it, and I know they're lying, and I used to say to Joe, I said, this is, like, wild. I said, like, like, I know that for a fact that they're lying, and I did, and I wanted to, and I've said it before, I said I wanted to give them an opportunity to do the right thing. Just be honest. Stop letting other people take the blame for your shit. Like, stand up and have your accountability moment, and people will respect you more for it. Like I said, and I think JFK asked me on his thing, he goes, if Aiden come out and took accountability and that, like, would you, like, be okay with that? So, of course. So that's all it's about. You can't dump other people in the shit because you don't want to take accountability. That's the worst part of it, is that you would rather other people have their lives destroyed or affected significantly by your lack of accountability. And then when I say he has bad character traits, that's what I'm talking about.
I think, like, you also have to remember they're being threatened, though. Some of these people are actively, and I would bet money on it because I've watched it happen, are actively being threatened to shut the fuck up, not talk about it, deny. Like, Sean knows this. Like, you have to remember that even though some of these people are sort of kissing his ass and playing the whole coy and lying flat out, they know what the fuck is going on, many of them, and they're just acting like they don't. It's because some of them have been threatened, and some of them are just flat out scared because they've watched it happen and they know what's going to happen. But at what point then do you have a responsibility to your audience to say, I can no longer be a part of what is happening here because it's wrong?
100%. And they're paying people too. Like, they pay their subscription. I don't know how it all works. I don't care, but you
get donations on live streams like mine. You know, people are showing their kindness for saying, I appreciate you. I appreciate your voice. I appreciate your content. I would never ask for donuts if I sat there and lied to my audience. That's a line I just will not fucking cross.
Awesome.
I wanted to say something about JFK. Because I know that he likes to put people through the paces, and I understand that. But I have to say that he went a little bit too far with Flip the other night and blaming him for harming Aiden's kids.
Yep.
And
that was crazy.
He went on him hard.
Come on.
That. And his cult always brings that up.
Aiden's the only one harming his own children. Let's make that clear.
Children. When on April 18th of
Yeah, has to be more than $5.
less than 4 months after John O'Keefe was dead, Aiden approached Jen McCabe at her children's lacrosse game or whatever, video recorded it, audio record, video, I'm sorry, recorded it, and then played it.
Oh yeah, they kissed his ass hard.
In which he said or intimated that Karen had sent him there, which is what almost got Karen indicted, and which is, I think, part of the conspiracy to intimidate.
Correct, it is.
Charge that he's facing. So where is the respect for her children? Like, you may not respect her, and you may think that she's been involved in John O'Keefe's death, but the children weren't. And for me, that was it. That was it. And that should have been it for him in the movement as well. But the cult members, they can justify that. But JFK went hard on Flip for that.
It was wrong how he went at Flip. And that was to kiss Aiden's ass. Let's be real.
Give him some grace and realize that him exposing this is doing journalism, is First Amendment, like all the things that Aiden hides behind.
Correct.
It's the same thing for Flip that it is for him. And if anything comes down on his children, like he gets separated from his children, maybe he should keep his fucking mouth shut. And maybe he would be with his children.
Or maybe don't commit crimes. You can't put nobody, and I watched that show after it happened, but nobody else can put harming Aiden's children by him going to jail on anybody but fucking squarely on Aiden himself, period. And I thought he went way too hard at Flip. Not only did he go too hard at Flip, but I heard what Chris was saying earlier, like, oh, because you look sad. Listen, I worked in prisons for the criminally insane. Okay. That was, my dad died getting smacked on all ends, just simply telling the truth, which again, I've been through. So I know what that's like, having a little integrity and telling the truth and feeling like, hold on, I can't just sit on this information and not say anything, right? Like, you just can't. And so he was being way, way, way out of pocket with Flip. And I feel like it was more about kissing Aiden's ass at that point than really anything else, because let's get real. JFK knows that Aiden wiretapped her. He knows that he's already basically fucking admitted it in 7 ways from Sunday. So what was the purpose to come at Flip like that? In my opinion, it's a deflect and to kiss Aiden's ass. He's afraid to lose all his followers.
And the one thing is that you, like I said, like an they're both the same. Or
fessed up,
whatever, when he had his shit put on blast. At least he said, "Yeah, I did
fucking
it."
StreamYard.
Up. And accountability goes a long way. And I just hope Flip's fucking just taking some time out and just.
I have great respect for the fact that he did take accountability.
Chris, can you hear me? Chris, hear me. I don't know if you could hear me.
We'll be talking.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks for speaking out, Sean.
Bye-bye.
And so,
Bye-bye.
I just say, I was trying to butt in before, but the lady that was speaking, not Twisted, the other lady, Aiden didn't go up to Jen McCabe in 2022, 4 months after John died. That was 2023. Let's just get facts straight. We don't want to go on some kind of fucking tangent about how Aiden bad, Turtle Boy bad. I don't know about you, Chris, but I'm not going to say if that's what's going to happen.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know the finer facts.
Turtle Boy hater, and I'm not.
I mean, does it matter whether it was 2022 or 2023 though?
Because you made the accusation 4 months after John died. Come on, mate. Get your facts straight first.
I mean, does it really matter?
It was a year and 4 months.
Okay.
Oh no.
If I'm wrong on the date, because that's the record that I've seen, is April 18th.
Still happened, right? Still fucking happened.
Okay, if I'm wrong about that, I apologize.
Yeah, it's on Zoom.
But I still
That was
stand in what I'm
unnecessary.
saying, that he should not have gone up to her at her children's game
Correct.
when he all he does is cry about his children,
Correct.
His children. What about the concern
He
about
does.
her children?
Why does
That
he
was
cry
my
about
point.
his children? When
I'm
I've never
sorry?
seen him cry about his children. You know, when he cried about his children.
Are you serious?
This is where. Yes, that's my opinion. Am I going to stand by and watch someone shit all over him and the way that he protects his children? Fuck no. So
The way he protects his children?
But then he should not attack other people's children.
Correct.
Or attack people in front of their children. Or attack people in front of their children.
Oh, bullshit.
Get my
They
point.
were in the fucking lacrosse field playing lacrosse.
That's a children's game, though.
You don't belong there.
Mate. They're not 8-year-olds, they're teenagers. It's so different. Come on.
It's not different. I have teenagers. You think it makes a difference whether the kid is little or they're bigger? It's still a trauma. It's a traumatizing thing. You don't do that in front of children.
But one of the children was actually Ally McCabe, who does have questions that aren't answered for that night. 100%.
Ally McCabe has nothing to do with anything whatsoever other than picking up Colin.
Yeah, and that's a big thing, though. That's a big thing.
Is it?
Yeah, fucking oath it is. Look, I'm
Oh.
not having this argument. Chris, I'm out. I just wanted to let you know. I just wanted to pull that fact. That is not a fact, and I'm out. I'm not going to sit here and stand by while people.
It's the fact that he went there. It's the fact that he recorded it. It's the fact that he played it on a show and was crowing about himself.
Children should be children shouldn't be off. They should be off limits. Period.
Wait a minute, Kristen, hold on.
Jen McCabe is a fact.
It's the fact that he said don't send him there, and he almost
Like,
got
come on.
her indicted for it.
Yeah,
Deflect.
Got on your show, Chris, but I'm out. I'll talk to you later.
I'm a loser. Wow.
Listen, nobody's trying to argue here.
Somebody who's a turtle rider.
The point is,
And I've been a victim of Aiden, so I have every reason to dislike him. But you know what? I'm also Catholic, and I pray for him all the time, because that's how you get rid of evil and people who act in evil ways, is to pray for them that they will come to their senses and stop what they're doing. So while I dislike him, I also always pray for him, and I ask that others do the same. That's what a loser I am, Lily.
I think nobody wants to sit here and argue, but you can't hold one person's feet to the fire and not the other. It has to apply to everyone evenly. Kids should be off limits, period. Period.
Yeah, and I don't know, like, because I never followed the stuff that he did. Like Lily, I know she followed it closely, so she's very.
So did I. I covered it for
like
2.5 years.
So she knows like the dates and stuff, I guess, of everything that happened. I don't know. So someone speaking on something that happened.
But the date is irrelevant. It happened.
Yeah. I think part of that, that is true. Like the date so much doesn't matter. I guess it's the situation.
Correct. I think it just kids should be off limits, period. And it's like you can't apply Aiden's okay to do this, this, and this, but no one else is. And if they do, they get attacked by him. So I mean, at what point does that end? And you say, no, it shouldn't happen across the board. It's not just Aiden's allowed to do it, and it's rules for him that are not allowed for everyone else. That's why we're in the situation you're in right this very second, and why people deflect and why people get into this cult mantra because of that, because of its rules for Aiden are different than everyone else.
The reason why I brought it up is because of how JFK went so hard on Flip about Aiden's children. That and I brought that up as an example of the hypocrisy that Aiden's children are
Yes, his hearing's on Zoom.
by his cult. Like, why? I mean, yes, his children should be protected, and you know, I love children. I was a military police officer. I protected children. I worked on my own time with abused children. So, you know, I'm a child advocate as much as I can be, not professionally anymore, but
I think it is too. Like, and if I seen someone going at his kids, I'd call them out as well. Like, even if I don't like him,
Yeah,
I've had
exactly.
You know, like, and I think that's important.
well, I also think it's important to not deny the things that he's done, dude. He literally attacked my
you're right. It needs to be applied both ways, and I would 100%. If someone started having a go at his kid, like for whatever reason, I go, well, like, what's that got to do with anything? I'll be the same as what I'm doing now. How
That's
he
right.
went at Flip. Like, what's that got to do with
It doesn't.
the actual issue here? So, like, there's certain things I think where you just keep that kind of stuff to the side and you address the issue
Correct.
at hand.
His children should be off limits, period. His children didn't do anything. There's nothing. What did his children do? You know what I'm saying? Just his children should be off limits the way everyone else's children are. That's the point.
Actions, and when he does something, he should think of those children.
Correct.
He should think of that. Like
more than anybody.
And anyone, like, yeah, like, and anyone should in that situation. Like, if you know that, you know, like, I know he keeps mentioning he's facing 105 years, and then why are you putting yourself in a position to
face more?
Make sure that that happens for you, like, and
over and over.
And I guess that's probably why he denies all this stuff so hard. But you know, like, this is where it comes down to your accountability, or make better choices. You know, but sometimes if you're a creature of habit, you can't get yourself out of that way.
And that's kind of what happens.
Sometimes
it's the habit.
And if anyone attacked his kids, I will call him out. If he's attacked other people's kids, I will call him out on it. Because I think there's just certain lines you don't cross. And
correct.
Whether he's done it in the past, or if he's intending to do it, or whether other people are intending to do it to his kids as payback, that's not right in anyone's books. Like, that's, you don't. It's not okay for you to do that because he did it. You took the higher ground.
Correct.
You stand. You know, you don't stoop to the level that other people do to prove a point, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, kids are off limits. Bottom line.
I apologize for upsetting Lily.
No, that's okay. She's like passionate about that because, like, you know, me and her disagree on him like she does. While she acknowledges this part that she believes that he did actually record it, she's still a fan of his, I guess. So, and I think too, like, I think her, just like when people misstate facts, probably is a bit of a bugbear for her. But I agree in the sense to the fact that I don't know that story. I think maybe, is that the one where he gets right up in Matt McCabe's face with it as well? And,
yeah.
Yeah. So, like, probably a better place to have done that if you wanted to confront the adults, like not at a children's event.
Correct.
Regardless of the vicinity of them, because again, that's also like, you know, like in these
other people's children are there too. It's public. They're playing a game. These are like, you know, two teams.
You make better choices in that. You make better choices in that sense, as opposed to thing. But he is someone who appears to make.
I take exception to the fact that it would be different for a teenager than a smaller child. I have both. The fuck? No, it's not.
Because you could intentionally.
It's not different.
I don't know, like, I hear everything's bad about the cops over there, but, like, you know, they could have included child, like, endangerment or something if he was being, like, aggressive. Like I said, I haven't really seen it, but...
Well, he didn't put his hands on anyone, so...
Everyone's kids should be off limits. Like, no matter how much of a beef you have with someone, when you start like...
I agree, she's playing both sides and afraid of Aiden, clearly.
Like younger children, like, it's different if it's like...
Sorry, not sorry, it's the truth.
Manage themselves, but... Deal with the person you have an issue with. Don't go around involving all these other people. Like, that's what's happened to me. Like,
right
now, like, I posted the pictures of this fake account that keeps contacting my girlfriend, screenshotting everything I do, sending it to her. Like, what's it got to do with her? Like, you're not actually causing any, like, harm.
I don't, Chris, they do it to my husband too. I don't know. He laughs at it, and sometimes it just ends up in his spam box anyway. So he just laughs and then, like, calls it a day. Like, I don't know what they think, like, it's gonna do.
And the worst part is that she doesn't get a chance to respond because they send it from an account, they send the stuff and then
block,
deactivate the account.
Yeah, yep.
And they do it at like weird hours, like the ones that come through the other day were 3:30 in the morning our time. So it says to me, probably says to me like it's probably someone from over there.
Yeah, very clearly. Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, it's just like, why you always have to like? Why is that the resort? It's a trigger, I guess. And you know, I remember when Jason was getting really under my skin and like he was annoying me, and I just didn't like the way he approached things. And I thought, well, I'll approach the things the way you did. And I did a bit of a search on him, and sort of fought fire with fire. And I didn't really like the way, and I didn't end up following through with it. But there was a part of me at one point was like,
yep. Sometimes though,
I really want to follow through with this
right?
because you're a fucking prick.
But sometimes it's like, I don't blame you, Chris. You know, I try to take the high road. You know what I'm saying? Like I ignore a lot of the cult when they come after me. Anybody who knows me in person, including people on the free care and read side who I have helped, who I've made relationship with, they know what kind of person I am. I don't need a cult to pat me on the fucking back. I don't need, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need any of these people to pat me on the fucking back, dude. I know who I am, and the people who know me know who I am. And that's really all I care about, right? You know, my viewers and my friends and that's that. My viewers know that I'm just not going to even say things that maybe they think I'm going to say. Like, I'm going to tell it like it is, whether it's popular or not. It's just who I am. It's not something that, but I have had moments where I'm like, you want to play this fucking game? I can play this fucking game too, my friend. I can play this fucking game too, my friend. But it's just not in me. It's just not in me. I'm not that kind of person, you know?
But that's what's dangerous to them is people who can call balls and strikes, and they don't have to take one side or the other. Because I donated to the FKR movement, and I was cheering for Karen during the trial and stuff. So
yeah, he has John O'Keefe's kids.
But that doesn't mean that I'm going to forget what I see and what I know, and you know, just follow this person. I follow Christ. I don't follow anybody else. You know, that's crap. But I do want to also say that, you know, people are slamming Sean a lot because he pops up here and he pops up there. That's because he doesn't live on social media. Like, the man put in 34 years into law enforcement. He's in retirement, and when he has something to say, he has something to say, and that's his right. Remember First Amendment, okay? We hear that all the time. Well, that applies to Sean as well. And he spends a lot of time behind the scenes talking to a lot of people.
He sure does.
He gives his time.
Yeah.
He gives his time. And if he has something to say that's newsworthy, he does. And if people don't like that, that's too bad. He owes people no more of his time in his life. He gave to his country.
Yeah.
He sure did.
Sean, I think he's great. Does anyone else want to speak? Put your hand up. If anyone wants to pipe up and say anything. Otherwise, sorry for all the tech difficulties as well. The original one, I don't know what happened.
It's spaces, Chris. It happens sometimes. Twitter sometimes just like does its own thing, and I'm like, it's not working, and I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, Twitter.
Yeah. So I think just the Jones artist. Do you want to speak? Just give a thumbs up or a wave on your handle there. Just put an emoji up. I've only seen this Jones artist account pop up recently. I don't know who they are, but I'll see if they want to speak. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, sweet. Yeah, I was supposed to join earlier. I went out with my buddies to watch the Red Sox game, but can you guys just give me a quick recap? It sounds like things are kind of slowing down. I am the one who posted that video of the koala jumping on.
That's right.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah, it was. It got a good reaction. So
Wait, what?
Basically, the recap, the first sort of hour and a bit, but you'll have to find two of them because one of them dropped out. So there's like a 35-minute one and then it dropped out and then we restarted it. So, but basically the first hour and a bit was me and Sean just sort of timeline together and put the receipts together where it made sense that there's only one real option. And we just talked about that. So it was a good chat. Sean's really passionate. He spoke really well.
She's in the chat.
But yeah, you'll catch a bit of it on the 35-minute one.
Right,
I
didn't see that either.
Was the one that Lily tried to host because I couldn't get it up, so you have to go to her page. Last one has been like, I think the last hour and a half or something like that. But yeah, it's only started to wind down the last sort of 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Half hour.
Okay, cool. And yeah, I saw some of Turtle Boy on the JFK podcast. Do you guys think he kind of admitted to it? Like he pretty much said his lawyer told him that he had to stay quiet. What's kind of the consensus on the wiretapping?
I mean, dude, he's admitted it like 17 times already at this point.
Yeah.
I think too, like, and a lot of people pointed out is like, if it was fake, but it wasn't, he'd be screaming it from the rooftops. Like he did initially, like when he came into my spaces number 2, that's how he came in hot. But then when the receipts drop, it's like silence from all of them, and I don't know whether his ego got the best of him yesterday to get on JFK, because JFK kept needling him and egging him a bit. But Sean posted that what he said on there, where he's basically, what anyway, it doesn't matter. Like Karen's not going to work with the MSP. Basically, I take that as an admission. Like,
yeah,
because why else would you say that?
Also,
like,
I mean, he admits.
Why would you say it?
He admits that he went to lunch with Meredith and then sends her a message saying she needs to say it, that she lied. And again, let me make clear, I'm friends with multiple of his ex-girlfriends. That is something he has done before. Like, oh, you need to fix this. You're ruining my relationship. You need to tell that girl that you were lying, even though you weren't. Like, this is not something new from him.
But it honestly doesn't even matter if she would work with MSP, the Massachusetts State Police, because isn't wiretapping a federal crime?
It can be, but here's the problem. The Massachusetts State Police, and again, I live in Mass, and worked in the system. So the state police are not going to go forth with a charge of wiretapping without a cooperating witness. So no cooperating witness. They're not going to expend resources just to have that witness probably not cooperate if there's anything incriminating to them on that recording. See what I'm saying? So if there is something incriminating on the recording and Karen says, I'm not going to go forth with charges, or I'll just plead the fifth, like they're not going to expend resources for that. You have to have a complaining witness. There's a reason why he wasn't charged with the Scanlon and the Lucky wiretapping, and that is because neither one of Lucky or Scanlon came forth to be a cooperating witness against him.
That makes sense. It's kind of funny that he probably really regrets going on that first spaces with Chris.
He did, and
Joe Flipperhead.
He did, and he somewhat, like, I made a comment that he begged Lily to take it down. I embellished a bit, but he did insinuate
he wants it down.
Why is that still up?
Yeah, that's saying take it down.
Like he made an off the cuff comment apparently that it's like that it was like, oh, I see that's still up. Like I think yeah, he would prefer that to be down, because like he said, he admitted himself apparently that it's not his finest moment.
But I cannot believe that he said, you know,
so he obviously stands by that. That's what he really thinks of Karen. Like,
correct.
This is what I was talking about with the character traits, I guess. He's like, you know, I think he said that. You know, he said that, and there was something else he said during that. So I can't remember.
So guys, real time.
That was aside from all the asking for the receipts and it didn't exist. That was the absolute hot take from his 26-minute rant. Was, you know, I sold out the Wilbur. Like, and let's be honest, like, what's the Wilbur hold? Like 1,000 people. And
1,000, 1,000 seats. It's not even that much.
And a couple of hundred. The whole top balcony was like comped giveaways. Yeah. Like you're not quite the superstar you make yourself out to be, but that was a pretty low ball comment, to be honest. Given he knows everything, like you know, he's made his living off her misery, and to say something like that, like.
I mean, dude, let's also remember he rents a room. So
But you know, like even that, like, yeah, I get that. Like, I guess if that's his situation and him making a comment like that, it kind of is like, well, why would you say that?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, understandable. Like if you know, owned your own house and all that stuff, then you know, maybe there's a bit of validity to the shade you just threw at it for, you know, again, like because you're being put under pressure for something you did, why yeah, but if you're just renting a room, like I don't know, dude.
What I respect with you, Chris, is that you are free Karen. Agree that Turtle Boy is no good, and I've never heard someone call him out like that.
Right?
you really put it to him, and that was the first time he's ever been challenged, and I think that's why he freaked out and he lost his mind so much.
Yep.
He literally, like, just lie after lie, deflection. It took him 15 minutes to admit just, oh yeah, I did get that same text from Karen the morning after the Wilbur. It was like, dude, like, you've been on his faces for 15 minutes, denying everything, and like he finally admitted that, and then he ends it. And he goes and just does a whole thing on a show about Joe Flipperhead, completely deflecting, not addressing anything.
Yep.
And like, I like how you held his feet to the fire, dude. You did that well.
Facts. Much respect on that.
Me, but Joe, like, Joe really, like, and I said to Joe, I said, you're gonna like get some shit. I said, but like, you cooked him.
Yep.
Like, you weren't giving him an out. Like, and he kept walking Aiden into corners.
Mm-hmm.
To the point to where Aiden's only out was to air Olivia's stuff.
That was it. That was the only thing.
That's how much Joe backed him into a corner.
Yep.
Dude, Turtle Boy literally said on that Spaces, he said, I've never like disgraced the name of Karen Reed, and Joe came back and so quickly and said, you just called her an effing liar. And Turtle Boy just sat there and kind of chuckled, and he literally, I think he said touche. Like, he had nothing to say.
Nothing. Nada.
See, that's why Flip was able to do that, because Flip was telling the truth. He came back with the truth every single time.
Yep. And he took accountability. Flip took accountability. It's like, yep, I did that. Probably shouldn't have, but I did it. And somebody wouldn't show me their face for 3 months that was saying they were loving me. I probably would have lost my ever loving mind too. That's fucking weird. Just saying. Like, it's fucking weird. That's weird. Yeah. Like, and also, guys,
that's
real.
The only thing I think for like when, like, you know, and also too, I found it funny yesterday when Olivia put the screenshot up that suddenly all the people who were saying the receipts we provided were not legitimate. That one just. That the same people were saying, well, that proves everything. And to me, like, I don't really know. Like, it's like stupid. It's like, you know, arguing with a wall sometimes. But I think at the end of the day, whether, like, it's her or if it's not her, and her choice to show her face or not show her face is completely hers, it's just fucking weird. I don't get it. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like,
dude, I don't even think that the Olivia thing, I think that it holds no weight whatsoever with what is going on with Turtle Boy. That it was just complete deflection.
You guys,
literally like 10 minutes were wasted.
I got some real-time info. Real-time info right now. Okay, Karen Reed is in JFK's chat, and she just sent a chat. I have the screenshot. It says, well, she's got a wrench, so she sent a thing. It says, obviously, I was recorded without my consent or even knowledge.
Amen.
Hold on.
Amen. So there's some people in the chat that I've gone back and forth with, and you know who you are. And so now, do you believe it?
Karen said it.
Hit me up.
I have it. I'll post it. I have the screenshot. She's in JFK's chat right now.
Well, Karen texted
how do we know that was
Flipperhead.
True.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what I said at the top of the show, Jones, is I don't think she would just say that knowing that anyone, even if you trust them the most, if you're going to say something as bold as that there is a recording, it's 30 minutes and the lawyers have it, like, you're not going to lie about that.
Well, like, even Nick Rocco came out and tweeted, who is, like, in Karen Reed's kind of corner, like him and Jenna. He came out and tweeted, and he said the recordings were not released by Karen Reed. If anyone thinks that, you're delusional. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing. But he's not denying the recordings exist. He's pretty much saying they do exist, but she didn't release them.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah,
and that's what we've said all along.
And he showed them at a bare minimum to like 4 people, but the fact that we're hearing them come out now, did you guys, I mean, I joined a couple hours late, I was with some buddies, but did you get down to like, did Meredith send, like, who sent him out?
We don't know.
We don't know. Like, honestly, we don't know. And I'm not going to say. All I know is that I got told in a phone call. I thought it was in a text, and I went back and looked for the text, but I couldn't find it. So it must have been when I was having all these phone calls after this dropped. I got told the 4 names of
same.
Or four names. I got told 4 names, and I haven't been sort of like shy in putting out there sort of who I think it is. I did it. You can go on my page and you have to scroll down a bit now, but I know 2 of them, and where it come from, the information where it come from, is as good as it can get. Is all I can say. And that, but I don't know until someone actually wants to say or someone wants to come clean. I'm not here because I know where the information come from, so I know how reliable it is. And this person is also proven to be not a liar. So I have no reason to doubt that when they mention those names, that one of those names is behind who's releasing it.
Dude, I've listened to that Spaces with you, Joe Flipper, and it's just so fascinating seeing him just deflect, and it
Squirm like a worm.
And he's been the most quiet I've seen him in 2 years. And he even said on the JFK show, I don't listen to JFK, but I tuned in just to kind of see what's going on with this most recent drama. And he was even like, yeah, Mark Betterow will kill me if I say anything. Well, if that's the case, then
you're admitting it.
If you were innocent, you didn't do anything, you'd be screaming from the rooftops.
Well, what did Karen do for 3 years, though? Like, she believed she was innocent, even though everyone was saying otherwise, like, the police and all that and whatever, like, in spite of everything. She always said she was innocent, and she was never afraid to say it.
I got another one, guys. And, she said, I asked for honesty and was lied to repeatedly.
Wow.
And she said, Nick is one of the few people I trust.
I'm actually glad, if you believe the hype, Karen's been in here listening to this the whole time because everyone reckons Henry Blue is Karen Reid.
Yeah.
I'd love to bring up Henry Blue if they put up to want to speak to end that rumor, or don't put your hand up to speak and let it grow more. But that Henry Blue account has always been accused of being Karen Reid. So
I just gotta say too, I'm on the opposite end. Do not like Turtle Boy at all, but I live in Massachusetts and I am very connected with kind of like the legal space. I'm a younger guy. I'm in my mid-20s. I study digital forensics, but
good for you.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and actually, there's some things I wanted to comment on Kate Peters saying when she was claiming that you needed to have a direct access to a phone in order to wiretap or in order to plant a bug. That even though I don't believe that's what happened, I think Turtle Boy.
You don't need direct access to a phone to do that.
That's not true whatsoever. Like the technology these days is insane. You could hack into like. Think that's what happened. That's what she was saying was BS.
Lieutenant Colombo, do you actually want to speak, or you want to give a thumbs up or an emoji? Shot.
I just sorry real quick is that I am so I'm from Massachusetts. I don't want to say too much, but I know a lot of people involved in this, and there was a lot of evidence that was not admissible that you guys know nothing about. That
this space isn't about that. But if people want to believe, they can believe what they want to believe. And that's the beauty of it all.
And that's
we
like
don't have
just
to agree,
But we don't have to tear each other down, right?
No, exactly. And I can and it's also to understand that we can disagree on this, but then also agree on something else. So it just proves that
shit.
It doesn't have to be a shit show every single time.
Okay, you guys.
Yeah, and I like how we can come together for a common.
What else is she saying?
Okay, so yeah. She said there are content creators who supposedly support me who knew I was recorded, and they shared it with other people. These are people who supposedly supported me.
Okay, so I have a question. You guys.
That's legit, Karen.
Yeah, she's got a wrench. She's in JFK's chat. She has a wrench.
Love it. Well, she can say that. I'll have her to say the names. Just say them so I can get some more.
Right? Can she just do it?
Just say it.
Just do it.
I can get some more validation.
God damn.
No, I'm not gonna say. But Karen speak. If she's
she can though. She could. Yeah, she could. Fuck.
I put on. All right. So sorry.
Bingo, Donald.
Lieutenant Columbo, do you actually want to speak?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so my name's not Lieutenant Columbo. This is Jules.
Oh, hey, Jules.
My cat's name is Jules, by the way.
So I have a strange question, and I can't help but wonder. Did you ever think that it's possible that Aiden is the one who put that out?
That's exactly what I was going to put out there.
Put what out?
Here's the thing. Hear me out.
I just don't get the massive big denial though. Like that's raw emotion. That's anger.
Listen,
No.
Aiden is a master manipulator.
Yep.
Narcissist. What he would do is he would take one of his little stock accounts. He would put it out because he wants to get back at Karen Reed.
Yes.
So
But that would admit to wiretapping, which is a felony, though.
But he's not that smart sometimes.
He's
that
not.
dumb, though? And I don't like the guy. I think he's.
He is, yes.
Like, is he that stupid?
Yes.
he doesn't use.
No, he is stupid.
It is
He can be smart about
I can't believe that to be. I'm only purely basing this on his reaction to us saying it.
But
Like if you did it, you could sit back nice and calmly and go, "Yeah, I'm going to release this."
Didn't he wiretap someone else and say he was in Rhode Island? He was like,
Correct.
"Oh, I was in Rhode Island."
Yes, he did.
Doesn't
Yep.
matter. So he's at least smart enough to know, unless he took a trip to Rhode Island to have that conversation with Karen Reed.
He did not.
I mean, his lawyer's telling him to shut up about it. It's interesting.
he is 100% sneaky enough. He knows that if he shows real emotion and is like, I didn't put that out, prove it, that no one would ever suspect him.
Yep.
I think it was him all along.
You know what, Chris?
I'll be impressed. Honestly, if it ever came out that he did it, I'll be impressed because that's some grade A acting emotion.
Right?
You know what, Chris,
That is
it's
top shelf
it's
because
really
that is-
interesting
he was-
that
He was just saying shit because he was so angry he didn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, the thing his major hang up was, do you have the recording? Being
Yep.
he wasn't concentrating on did he actually wiretap Karen Reed, which Joe Flipperhead got a text, Turtle Boy got a text the night after the Wilbur, which he admitted from Karen Reed. He was focused on, do you have the recording? Because in his mind, maybe he didn't think he sent it out to anyone, but he knew he played it for people at least.
Exactly.
So he was very concentrated on where's the recording.
And even that, I think I've seen a message or something where he said that, I played it for someone, but that alone admits you recorded them.
He was looking for information to find out how that tape got out. That's why he asked that, was to figure out who of the people that he knew had it were.
That's why he was on the Spaces, was to, I think, sniff out who had it.
Yeah.
That's why he stayed there so long. He was deflecting for so long. It took him 15 minutes to even admit, yeah, Karen texted me the morning after the Wilbur saying the same thing.
I think one thing he gave. One thing he gave away too. If you remember, he said,
No one was.
Sorry,
No,
we're
I mean,
buffering.
he
It's
was
StreamYard.
implying Karen, but he was also implying like.
Thank you to
Meredith
Michelle, who sent a
or
$10
some other
donation
third
on
party.
PayPal.
Like,
Thank
he
you,
wanted to
Michelle.
sniff it out. And,
well, I don't think so, because I don't think then at that point he.
Yeah, I keep reading them.
Meredith
People are sending them to me.
implied
I'm
it
reading them
go.
to you.
I don't think at that point he knew, because when he. Like he was like, I guess maybe like surprised and angry.
So tired of this
So
buffering.
I don't think
So fucking
at that
tired of
point
it buffering.
The,
It's driving me nuts.
at that point of the spaces, he knew that.
Thank you,
Meredith
Michelle. I
had been in contact
appreciate
with
you.
anyone. So that's why I
Seriously,
think
thank you.
maybe you can.
There's
she can probably
1,050
rule
people
out.
watching. 984
It
people
just
watching
makes
on X right now.
sense. Like, I'm not saying that she didn't hear it and he didn't.
I'm streaming
say
to
it
2
for her,
platforms.
but
Usually I
don't
stream to
think she
3,
has a
but tonight's
copy of it.
2. X and YouTube at the same time. And there's
Who sent what was it?
985 people
the
watching us
text
on
you
X and
posted,
only 63 on
where
YouTube for whatever
Turtle was
reason.
kind of yelling, being like, "Did you send Joe Flipper? Like, you need to tell him this was a lie."
Those
text.
well, they obviously came from Meredith because they're directed at Meredith.
Yep.
They were purely directed at Meredith, yeah, because that's what. Why did you tell? Like, well, and you would have missed this because you weren't here. Like, where me and Sean sort of put the timeline together and pieced the.
Right? Do that. Lock his ass up.
First off, there was no lunch at all. Like, he flat out lied about.
He did lie about the lunch.
I could tell.
To now in the text message where he's admitting that there was a lunch. So if there was this lunch that had no bearing,
welcome to the civil proceedings, she said. JFK just suggests James Jackson. He's welcome to go to the civil proceedings.
Like, yeah, I had lunch with Meredith and what of it?
You could tell that he was lying because his tone switched right away from yelling to like, I didn't have
He
lunch.
stumbled. Yeah,
like,
he didn't realize that. That took
he
him
went
by
back.
surprise. Yeah, I feel like if you listen to how that changed, that bit of information that I had,
Sorry, mine crapping out on me. I think it was spaces going a little nuts, so I might have bounced out. But bottom line is, if I did, I won't be speaking anymore, but I can hear.
And I think you're one of the first people to actually stand up to him and be like, you know what, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, you're full of shit. And actually, that's why I love the Aussies, dude. I'm a big UFC fan, so I love the Aussies.
We got 2 champions. So
I haven't watched it because I just can't. But you have to imagine he's raging right now.
Yeah, dude, that's I've never heard someone actually stand up to him like that, and I think that got him shook.
That pissed him off.
Especially since you're
pissed him
and that's
off.
what also too, like when people have messaged me and they've encouraged me to like.
Oh yeah, of course he
stick
does.
with us. So yeah, I'm not going nowhere, and I think that's sort of the
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
that's
shocker.
the tactic that has worked in the
Save
past.
it. You know, that's what she's gonna do, of course.
That I am in Australia, and why I don't know. Flip would have to answer that question as to why he trusted me, to be the for me and Lily to be the ones to like deliver that part of the story. Possibly because we are at
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
We aren't like the worst thing they've done to me is they posted a photo of me from a news article I was in down here for working with homeless.
He's not going to have a bus of he's got court in the morning
in my town
for New Jersey with Donna. So it's
like,
Zoom. He doesn't have a bus stop live tomorrow.
And they
can't really target you.
Oh yeah, definitely pissed him off.
And they keep messaging my girlfriend. That's it.
Dude, their way to discredit you on when. Is that not?
Doesn't matter where someone's from.
That he's calling you out for wiretapping. It makes no difference where he is on this planet.
And it annoys me that
night, my friend.
It annoys me that a lot of these the content creators are like, I don't get it. They're in his pocket. They've been hanging together for like years. So I get it, but
yeah, she definitely knows he has court.
Would push him to a certain part, but then he backs off. disappointed in
Oh my
what's
God.
that change of any of the facts that have
StreamYard
been
keeps
presented that
fucking kicking me
everyone
out,
can
like
at least
buffering,
acknowledge
driving me
are
nuts.
true?
There's two people that like. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
That's all that he had on you because that's his MO. Is he does.
I might have to
backgrounds
pop
on
off
people,
here.
and I know that.
I think I am because it's just going to keep buffering on me for whatever reason. It's not my internet connection. It's freaking StreamYard. My internet connection is at full bars. I don't know what's going on. So I apologize, folks. Spaces is still on. If you have X, you want to listen to it. I think you can still listen to it even if you don't have an account. If someone sends you a link, I mean, I can put the link, or at least try to put the link up on the community tab on YouTube for you guys. And also on my X page for those, because I mean, most of you are watching from X anyway. There's 996 of you watching from X anyway. So for the 59 of you that are not, I'll put it in the community tab. You can listen to the rest of it. But yeah, but I don't know what its deal is. I don't know if there's just a lot of people streaming and using StreamYard, but sometimes StreamYard just can't handle the fucking bandwidth, and it drives me absolutely bananas because I pay $50 a month for this shit, and I want it to work and not buffer every 5 friggin' minutes. Most people stream at night. That's why in the United States, I don't have as many buffering issues during the day. And I do have to go to bed anyway because it is midnight and I have to get up in the morning, and I do have a stream tomorrow with you guys at 11:30. So I'm going to attempt to go. Let me check real quick. If you would like to donate to the channel, show your love, you can remain anonymous as well. You can do it after the stream, during the stream, when I'm not live anymore, whenever you like. I always say thank you, even if I'm saying thank you to somebody who's anonymous. You can remain anonymous. That is okay. You can just write anonymous or ANON, or if it's on Cash App, you just put the little face with the money tongue, and I know that you want to remain anonymous. I just don't read your name. We have a Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Revolut, those things on the screen. Everything is also in the description of the video. There's also a link if you want to use a credit or debit card. It's pinned to the top of the live chat on YouTube, and it's in the description of the video. I love your stinking faces. I'll try to do spaces tomorrow night myself, but I have a live with you guys at 11:30 tomorrow. So we'll talk a little bit more about this. I'm going to finish listening to this on my phone, give you guys the highlights if you haven't heard it tomorrow. And until then, I love your stinking faces. Thank you very much, Mark. I appreciate it. To the 2 other people that donated $100 and $10. And I will see you guys in the morning. Bye.